Yeah, so Twitter.
See what spring is like.
I knew I
Oh
should have
my
made my
God.
account name
Alright,
Belger
and
Fox.
we're jumping right into it, not
You
even
wanna-
deafened on Discord,
You
whatever.
Asto, you want to maybe
There we go.
So,
maybe
what?
turn it down a little bit?
The reason why his name is on his Twitter is because it was his personal Twitter that he never really used that much. In fact, it's from like 2017. He only had like 3 tweets. And he's like, I'm gonna change it to my streaming one, because you're right, Sayora, that's the best way to grow. So he changed his handle, but not his name.
Look, I can't see the option to change my name, okay?
It's under. Walk you through it if you need help.
I realized I was so focused on this, I forgot to do my normal thing with all my hashtags in my stream stuff. So give me a moment.
So was it your name or your username, like that
I'm
you
not
need to
too
change?
sure.
Okay,
the
so
display
username
name.
is what one I need to change, I think.
Is it the display name?
Yes.
It's the display name, I'm pretty sure, because they just changed their @.
Yep.
So what you want to do, Velgar, is you want to click on profile. Then you'll see an edit profile button.
Okay,
At
hold
the
on
top.
a second. I'm accounts. Oh wait, no, maybe that's not.
No, like go
Scroll
to your profile where you can see your tweets.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying not to sneeze.
Okay.
I'm
Home.
gonna sneeze.
No, not
Oh.
home.
It's not funny still. Not all of us know technology like you new one, like you youngins over there. All right.
The profile.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Go to profile.
Edit profile.
Then, so now you
Oh,
see your
okay, there it
profile,
is.
right? Edit
Okay.
profile. Then you'll be able to change your name from there. There you go.
Thank you very much.
Technically speaking, if I'm pretty
All right.
sure if
Nobody ever saw.
if Theora,
Nobody ever saw my real name. Okay.
fair enough. I didn't actually check, so like I haven't seen your.
Almost
Also,
huh?
There we go.
Also, I want to point out, I'm pretty sure if Siora really wanted to, he could figure out what my real name is. I think he's the only person who could, though.
Why would I want
Can
to?
we?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Can we move on from that topic?
Yeah, okay.
Is that too savage? I apologize. I didn't mean to come off like that.
No, it's fair. I to get my response was just like, yeah, why would you bother? What does it matter?
Yeah, no, I just mean like, no need to talk about doxing ourselves here.
Yes, fair enough.
Oh, Ciara, as a character, I forgot to do something, last game, and I only realized it right after we ended stream.
Why is VTuber Feats a fucking hashtag on Twitter? What?
Wait,
Why?
VTuber what?
Degenerates.
You can.
Why?
VTuber what?
Sarah, you can make everything a tag.
If you're
can
going
make
to
that.
suggest you change something from last game, I think now's not really able to, unless
mean not
it's
really
like
able
something
to?
you're yeah.
It's not super important. It's
Oh.
something my character would have done, and me as a player, I totally forgot to do it.
Oh.
VTubers
are now putting their feet on stream. It's big now.
Yeah,
that's
Ame and Gura did it.
That's a current hype thing apparently.
I fucking quit. It was fun, guys. I don't want to VTube anymore.
To be fair, I don't follow any of these trends, and I have no idea what's going on. I'm just
you don't
doing
have
my
to
own
follow-
thing
you
over
don't-
here,
you
and
don't-
I'm just hoping that I don't implode in the process.
Yeah, you don't have to
I'm
follow
explosion.
trends, dude.
It's
It's
about
not
when they show
required.
up and they see VTuber, and I get those guys. Can I see your feet? And I'll be like, nope, machi is enough. We don't need none. We don't need more.
You don't want more machis in your chat?
No, no, I don't.
Aw.
One machi's enough for me.
Aw, poor machi.
On the topic, it's not entirely related, but someone in you just sent me a fucking.
If it's not related, don't say it, Astos.
No,
Help
it's
me God.
related because
So help me God,
it's-
this dragon will eat you.
It's Hololive is why it's related, but it's not related to the feet thing.
So it's not
That's what I
related
meant.
then.
Then it's not. So it's not related.
Nope. Okay, time to turn Velga back
mean?
down because yeah.
Okay, so
I had him turned up
D&D.
earlier because stuff.
DnD. Now that Smatty has gone live,
Yes,
there
we're good
he
to go.
is. Straight to Waterdeep.
2
Hey.
hours sleep.
Yeah, that is fine. Okay, it's Saturday. I really don't have shit planned today, so I can stay up a little bit longer and DM if these guys want to. So, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
5?
Silamir,
To go.
Draco, Echo, and
Mm,
where's my
Delay is
Delaya?
missing.
Well, why Delaya decides to join in on us. Starting from my left, Silamir, go ahead and introduce yourself.
Oh,
I'm
boy,
tired of
here
saying
we
how
go
old I
again.
am on stream still. Okay, I'm tired of this.
Actually, I don't remember how old you are, Steve. Can you tell me how old you are right now
Just
on stream,
admit that
please?
you're old, alright?
Listen, how old
doesn't-
am I? Me and Smatty are the same age, and I'm younger than Brit.
Speaking of age, Silamir is a 30-something-year-old half-elf, swashbuckler to
Nice.
be more precise, who's, well, he's got red eyes, white hair, lightly tanned fair skin, and yeah, he's running around here trying to, I don't know, make his way towards Waterdeep at the moment, I guess. Not quite all the way towards Waterdeep, but we'll hopefully reach our destination soonish.
I'm sorry, this is funny. He still like, SMS, how old are you? Guys, if you want to see what SMS is up to, go ahead check out his stream. He's streaming right now, and he's not allowed to look at my chat
Yeah.
or my stream because that would spoil things for him. So check him out, guys, so that way you can see all the stuff that he's looking at. But don't spoil my surprises, guys, or I'll feed
Yeah.
you to this baby dragon.
Or Draco, who is a taller, sexier dragon.
Or I'll feed you to the baby dragon and not the dragon that's
My
gonna do
browser
things to you
isn't
right away.
opening.
Don't you promote SMS when I ask how old SMS is.
Speaking of technical issues, if you'd like to see whatever mess Siora's getting themselves into, make sure to, well, check out their stream over at savage_Siora.
And my lovelies, make sure you guys check out two other streamers. Jesus, everyone in this fucking chat's a streamer.
Yeah, except me. I'm the only person who hasn't streamed. I've pointed this out before.
Yeah. Oh boy, there's a
Guys.
VRChat clip of us. Oh no. Why did it pull up that one? Oh yeah,
Matrix
that's...
question. Guys, joining us today is Velgar the Kitsune, the cool little VTubing fox, as well as another cute VTuber who's in love with bread, and you know her and love her as Echo Streamus.
Quack quack.
Our favorite duck.
Oh, she's a duck.
Our favorite duck, that's right.
I'm not. I want to be streaming. I want to be a VTuber, but unfortunately, character art and all that good stuff. But anyway.
Just hang out with Shrike.
Yeah.
Well, actually, that's how my thing was supposed to get done. Moon was supposed to do my character profile.
Yay! Sil, thank you
Way
for the
back.
follow.
Anyway, yeah,
So
it
let's
doesn't
go ahead
matter.
and ask you how old you are.
Yep, that's the only reason why they jumped over here, apparently.
I'm the oldest one here, right?
I think that might actually
yes.
be true, yeah.
Yeah. Okay.
Who's the youngest person here?
And if I
Me, probably.
if I remember correctly, I'm 4 years younger than Velgal. So there's your answer, Sil.
Dang.
It's not... Your name on Twitch is Snuggies, right? Snuggies Bear. Whoops. Mistakes were made.
Yes.
Did you just... Okay.
There we go. Alright, guys. And Snuggies, now that I ruined the surprise, is coming back to streaming. So, make sure you guys go check her out and follow her. She'll be coming back Sunday with a special game with a special little Pengu god of destruction.
Ooh.
Oh, sweet! I have to be there. My crispy.
Yeah, I'm not the oldie.
Well, still is apparently upset that I gave a non-answer there.
Don't worry, I'll probably hear about it in my inbox later.
Oh yeah,
Oh
that's for
God, it's
sure. That's
old.
for sure.
All right. So we
Does
introduced
that
Slayer.
mean does that
Go ahead.
mean Velgar is an ancient dragon? Or
I will
Draco,
step on
sorry.
you.
Speaking about dragons,
yeah.
hey Velgar, who's Draco?
Thank-
Hey,
Oh,
wait, that's all.
is it my turn? I thought it was Dwova.
You know what? It was going to be, but she seemed more focused on asking if you're an ancient dragon. So, Draco, how old are you?
Draco is 59 years old.
He's
He
almost
is
way.
he is old as balls. But for Dragonborns anyway. But anyway, I'm Draco Sharpstone. Or my character is anyway. I wish I was Draco Sharpstone. That'd be fucking amazing. I'm a totem warrior barbarian. I have the totems don't matter anyway. I have a companion, a silver pseudo dragon companion named Starfall, who is currently in Silamir's pocket for some reason.
Enjoying the head switches.
And yeah, I'm in charge. I was hired to lead this caravan to my city of Waterdeep, and 2 sessions ago, I revealed to Silamir that I was in fact the Queen or Ladies Guard of Waterdeep to L'Oreal Silverhand. So there's that tidbit for the new people. And if anybody knows who L'Oreal Silverhand is, that's pretty badass. Anyway, so yeah, that's my character. And I'm just trying to get this ragtag bunch of adventurers there alive, which is proving a little bit more of a challenge than I originally signed up on this job for.
Very
Okay,
well.
I'm good.
Echo, go ahead and introduce your character to us, sweetie.
Of course. As Juliana Vafina, I am, utmost, a cleric of life. Decided to be a pilgrim of Ilmater, going on adventures with this caravan to try and see how much suffering and struggling the world gets up to.
That sounded so fucking dark and evil, and I know she means it in the nicest way, and that makes it a little worse, honestly.
I have a question.
I have an answer.
Echo, can I call you Jubles?
Jubles.
Jubles? Yes. Okay.
Why does Echo sound so happy about that?
Juliana
I am.
Jibbles. There we go.
Jubles.
Snuggies, now that you're in, go ahead and introduce your character.
Hello, I'm Snuggies. I play Delea. She is a Monster Slayer Ranger Bunny who is not short because everyone thinks I'm short for some reason when I say bunny. She's really likes to stab. What?
Ah!
What?
Ah!
What? What?
What?
Legit, thank you for the
Oh,
$82.
he just started
Ah,
yelling
okay.
and I didn't know what was happening.
Well,
He was
alright,
yelling
carry
because
on.
money was being thrown at him.
Brit's
Legit
bullying
Brit,
me,
thank
that's
you.
all.
Is I forgot what I was saying.
You're a monster
You're tall and
hunter,
you like
ranger
slap
bunny.
peeping.
Small bunny is not small.
Yes.
Small bunny is not small. She also has, I guess, gathered the nickname Bloodthirsty Bunny,
Mm.
which I think is funny.
Yeah.
But ye-
And she now has 2
You're a
pets.
poet, and you didn't even know it.
Octagon.
Okay. You know what? I'm not gonna lie. When I hear Ranger Bunny, the first thing that pops in my head is Judy Hopps from Zootopia. And I think that's why I
Nope.
associate Leia being so small.
Is she
When,
really a ranger though?
No.
yeah, she is.
yeah, Monster Slayer Ranger.
No,
She's
I didn't mean Delea. I meant
Okay, yeah.
Judy Hopps.
oh no, she looks just like
Definitely
a
not.
police officer.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Hang
she's
on.
just a-
She could definitely be a ranger, okay?
Maybe. I think.
No.
I mean, Rangers are a separate law enforcement division, so
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. Also, that she's not. Yeah, she's not. She's not a
so it's
California Ranger.
possible she could be,
She could get
but
promotion.
that's not the type of that's not well. It's
Listen.
not a promotion. It's a
Listen.
separate branch of.
Listen,
It's kind of like the
she's-
military.
You're
She's
getting
I know.
sidetracked about
and
something that shouldn't be
okay.
sidetracked about.
She knows how to talk to a bunch of different animals. Okay.
I think that's just
She's
because they
very
speak common.
dexterous. Okay. And she's trained and nearly perfected ranged weapons. I'm
Okay,
just saying.
wouldn't that be a fighter that uses bows?
No, not
Fair.
necessarily. Because
She
then
doesn't
why would
have
the fighter
magic.
be talking? Why would the fighter be talking to animals?
A fighter that likes talking to animals.
Okay,
You
but
don't
the
have,
animals
you don't have to be a
talk back
ranger to do that.
But the fighters, the animals
Right.
Judy. See, I'm just saying she questions animals all the time.
Well
I'm
then.
just saying, y'all.
So does Draco.
So, anything else about Delaya
That
that
guy's
we
not a
should know?
ranger.
I don't think so.
Is she related
I
to a
didn't.
Mrs. Hops by chance?
No. Actually, she doesn't know. She doesn't know who her parents are.
That got
Oh.
sad.
Wait,
I wasn't ready for that.
I thought you talked about
Yeah.
your dad before.
She was
Adopted.
adopted. So she doesn't know who her
Oh,
biological
ignore me. Sorry.
It's okay.
Because as we know, all D&D characters must have tragic backstory.
It's not that tragic.
My-
Yeah, it's not
necessarily.
that tragic.
My
though.
Oh wait,
I'm
no,
just
my
making a
character.
joke.
Never mind.
I say Jin has a pretty cool backstory. Like, his isn't tragic at all.
Well, Jin isn't here though.
And
You
he's
know
also
who
not-
is here though?
He's also not a player
Dwarva.
character.
Duova is here. That's right.
Hello.
Duovo, tell us about yourself.
Well, I'm 26 and I'm single. No,
Oh boy, here
Alright,
we
you
go
know what?
again.
That was enough. All right. Well, it was nice. Moira,
no.
Moira, the Dire Panther, tell us about yourself. Uh huh.
What?
No way. I castly communicate with animals.
Oh, that's why I didn't understand a single word again. Well then.
I understood everything.
Duovo, go ahead.
Yes.
Tell us. You're 26. You're single. You like long walks on the beach, right?
She hasn't been to a beach.
For fuck's sake.
You like long walks on the beach. Yeah, that is sorry. That is the most Duova thing. It's like, do you like long walks on the beach? The fuck's a beach?
Yeah, that's pretty
Is it
much
Dwarva?
what
Pretty
sums
Dwarva.
up. That sums up.
You know what is a
Dwarva
dwarven
perfectly.
thing? Liking very fast walks through a burning forest. Anyway.
And hitting her squad mates with spells.
Hey! I said Duovo, tell us about yourself. All right, shut
Yeah.
up, Peanut Gallery. We'll get to you all in a second.
Yeah. God damn. Disrespecting Duova.
All right.
Anyway, well, yeah, she is from the cold north, and she's come down to this much nice greener place, and she doesn't understand much of it, but she's trying to help out these people
Thank
who
you
are
very
helping
much
her
for the
out,
follow.
and she's
Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday.
mildly
Nice to see you
okay,
around.
adequate at it. Yes. She totally accidentally did not cause the death of a paladin. Ignore that. It didn't happen. It wasn't her fault.
You know,
Also, she might have burnt down a forest as well. Look, she's being a really good ambassador for her people right now, okay?
It's not.
The best druid to ever be.
Oh, also she's in a love triangle for some fucking reason.
It's not
that I
about the
don't-
Duovo we are. It's for the Duovo we make along the journey.
Wait, what? No, we're not making more. We are not making more fur. Nope.
Yes!
Fuck that.
Give me the simulacrum spell, I will make more of myself.
Nope.
So,
The entire world shall be Dwarva. There shall be no more forests or
Where we
paladins.
left off
thank you, Echo.
was
Where we left off, Draco had taken the BB dragon that no one has named anything yet, or found out its gender, and immediately upon the first 10 minutes of it hatching, took the baby hunting. At which point they found a large champion warrior who had killed many of these
Four.
caravan guards.
Mooks.
four caravan guards, which I okay. So go ahead.
Velgar said, screaming to the gods.
But did the gods respond?
I'm sorry for interrupting. Go on.
Juliana not only befriended the baby dragon, but also showed her skills and linguistics, as well as her healing abilities.
Hmm.
Uh,
Negligent healing.
healing, yes, yes, negligent healing. Delea, having been tired of everyone's shit, has taken the silver guard drake into the tent to feed it meat and care for it, while Zoira guarded the tent on the outside. Duova went back to their campsite after showing up to kill a man with a stick.
She didn't kill him. She knocked him out, and then the other people got the dragon to eat her alive, eat the still alive body.
I was saving the audience
Oh.
from that imagery.
Oh, okay, fair enough.
Well,
I'm not.
Duova thrust it on them anyways.
Fine, all right, fine. Duova knocked out the barbarian champion with a stick and left his unconscious body there for the baby dragon and the panther to devour while he was alive. Do you feel good? Does
It's
that make
okay.
you
He was
He didn't
unconscious.
encourage them to do it. That was Velgar and
do you
Silimir.
feel happy now? Huh?
No, that was just Draco that did it.
Yeah.
You-
Okay. Good.
Silamir had nothing to do with that.
Do you feel
Okay,
like a
fair.
big girl now, Duova? Huh?
I distracted him.
I beat the enemy of last session with the stick. So yes.
In my defense, he had just killed 4 of the homies, so I determined that he deserved a slow,
I'd
quick,
hate to do
or
this,
slow
but
death.
I fear
Hey,
me.
Okay.
Okay. At which point Belgar had begun asking Silimir questions about where the dragon egg and the mysterious silver drake egg had come from, and why they were on this person, after finding out that they were trying to avoid being hunted down by the cult of the dragon. What secrets will we learn?
We are not good at putting our best foot forward as a group, are
You're
we?
answering
Jesus
questions that
Christ.
haven't even been asked yet.
Uh,
Or...
yeah, Sierra.
I mean,
I would like to retcon. There's something I mentioned it earlier. I would like, because it's something my character would have immediately done, but it's something me as a player totally forgot to do. Is he would have right after the battle, he would have went and checked on the 4 guards to see if any of them were still breathing.
I was wondering if you were going to do anything with them.
Me as a player forgot, but it's something totally my character would have done, but it just slipped my mind because there were so many other things happening. I was sitting on like 10 HP. But yeah, my character. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Can you kill with your ass in D&D?
Yes.
I mean,
yes, you
yes.
can.
I think it counts
Is
as an
it-
improvised weapon.
I mean, I've killed people with my teeth, so I don't know why you can't kill with your ass.
Listen, I've seen enemies ripped to shreds by people who turned into elephants after being swallowed by like T-Rexes. I mean, at this point, anything's possible.
I mean, you could just fall on them from a great height with your ass and then cast, like, I don't know, fucking stone form? Is that a spell?
Sounds like something that I've heard somewhere before, yeah.
That is a no, that is a ability from World of Warcraft. I'm smart. Anyway, I'll let the DM continue.
All right, well, thanks for hanging out, Syl, guys. Give it up for Syl. I don't know what she was trying to accomplish, but she did what she wanted, and now we're just gonna move on.
What?
Exactly.
She got us to talk about butt slam.
Listen, it's Kaijo, the anime.
Yeah. Also, I'd like
know what
to.
that is, but...
Also, if possible, I would have liked to see if the barbarian had any goodies on him.
He had his axe.
Is it a two-handed axe or was it two one-handed axes?
It is a two-handed axe.
That deals a different damage to normal.
I would like to take that
Okay.
and check on the guards and see if any of them had survived.
Alright, as you check on the guards, you find that they are all dead, and one's head is missing because it is on the barbarian's neck.
Yeah. Can I check the bodies for belongings or identification?
You know what? You
Dog
sure can. Roll
tags.
me investigation.
Yay, investigation. That's totally a skill I'm good at.
Never know, you could get an at 20.
No, I got a 7.
It's something.
Checking out the bodies, you don't find any papers or anything. You see, like, they're all wearing, like, some strange necklaces, and they all seem to have, like, some weird,
no.
like, cloaks. But, you're
mean-
not entirely sure, like, who they are.
That might be good for
You're
us.
pretty sure you've seen, like, one here and there, but you're not entirely sure who they are.
We could have kept that guy alive. He was cleaning up for us.
Do their necklaces appear special in some way, or are they just necklaces, like symbolizing like guards or something?
They all seem to be wearing the same sort of necklace, all four of them. It's more like a medallion type deal, with what looks like a like 5 dragon heads going in a circle.
Oh hell no!
He was
But you
cleaning up
can't-
for us.
But you can't really tell heads or tails what that means.
What?
Listen,
Isn't that the symbol of Tiamat, which is my god's sworn enemy?
you know,
Or
you
am I
That's
think,
a
tripping?
really good point.
you
He
you
worships
you,
Bahamut.
you look at it, you think it might be, but you also never really like paid much attention to it with this investigation roll.
Oh, okay. It's the investigation roll, not okay. I got you.
Yeah.
Understood. All right, I'd actually with that roll, would I bury the bodies?
I mean, no reason
So
not
that's your
to.
investigation. If you want to look at that, if you want to give me a history or religious check to see if you know what the fuck are you on about? I didn't take care of you or find you. What?
What?
History or what? Religion?
Yeah, history or religion check.
Sounds like Sierra's chat is being weird.
11. 11 for religion.
11. You definitely recognize this as staring at it. You're like, huh? All of these guys seem to be wearing a Tiamat necklace.
I leave the bodies to rot. And go off and get healed by Juliana and all that good stuff.
Okie dokie.
And we just proceed as normal.
Yep.
Sorry, it's something me as a character would have done, or Draco as a character would
It's
have done,
fine.
but me as a player just
It's
spaced out on.
fine.
And I got myself a cool axe, which I guess supposedly does more damage than my maul, but I don't know. That's just
No.
what Asto said.
I said it does more damage than I said it would do more damage than a normal. Basically, Siora was rolling it as if it dealt 2d6 damage when a normal Great Axe would deal a d12, which means it's slightly better. But
He was a champion, all right. I don't decide his damage. The book did.
oh, fair enough.
Wait. Well, if it only deals a d12, it deals the exact same damage as my maul.
Maul's still 2d6. No, Maul's still 2d6.
Yeah, and that's a 1d12.
Yes,
6
but
and
2d6
6
is
12.
better.
Yeah, statistically,
Yes,
on
but 2d6
average, it's a statistics thing, basically.
Yeah.
The
Because the
maximum
minimum- the
possible
minimum you-
amount of damage is the same, but the theoretical average and the minimum damage that 2d6 deal is higher than a 1d12.
Yeah.
Oh, whatever. I have a great axe I can sell to a junk shop.
Fair enough.
Anyways,
Also,
My maul's
also
sexy.
with like 3d4 would also.
do you want
be
to talk
like
to
the best.
Silmir at any point, or should we?
You mean like when I bent down to ask him the questions, or
Yeah, I'm sitting
I mean,
down at the
you're sitting
campfire.
down
I'm
at
ready
the
to get
fire.
drunk over here because I'm done with the day.
didn't we end on me looking him straight in the eye? Because the dragon asked him, where's my mom? And then I was like really pissed off about that, and I looked him dead in the eyes, got down on one knee, and just stared at him over the campfire, and was like,
Marry me, Sylvia.
"Hold on 1 second."
I mean, if you want to keep that in, yeah, we can keep that in.
So, well, I'm not keeping in the role, but I'm still asking in the question.
Okay, then let's play that out again to get into it.
Okay, well, Draco will get down on one knee in front of, or well, do you mean the whole thing as to like
Yeah, just you
the
you
baby
approaching me
asking
and that
you?
stuff.
Okay, well, Draco approaches. He will get down on one knee in front of you, and he will say in his voice, after the dragon uh, asked where his mother was, and Juliana cradles him up and picks him up after that awesome strength check she had, and he'll look at you dead in the eyes and ask, "That is correct. Where exactly did you acquire this baby dragon's egg?"
I mean,
And he doesn't look
know,
happy, by the way.
it was. I mean, it was abandoned in the cave, and I mean, it was a question of whether we take it or the cultists get it. So I thought it
And
would be a better
after-
idea if we take it with us and take care of it instead of letting them have it. You know.
And after you, how long have you had this egg exactly?
I don't really know how long ago we picked that up, to be honest. It's been a while, that's for sure.
After getting it,
Been
you
like a
never
month and a
thought
half.
you never thought maybe, I don't know, you should give it to someone with more experience?
I mean, we haven't really met anybody yet who gave off that impression.
I mean, you were in a city, weren't you? There were probably some people you could have asked.
We barely spent any time in that town.
It is wildly irresponsible of you to. Dragons are. You can see his expression, like he's not trying to be angry about this, but he is, and he's just.
I mean,
he
look,
can't formulate his words correctly.
look, Draco. So, I mean, it's clear that this little shit doesn't really want me to take care of it. So
Watch your mouth.
I can't understand him, so like, who cares?
I know. I didn't actually say that.
Yeah.
So if you wanna take him in and take care of him, I'm fine with that. As long as you make sure that these guys don't get their hands on him, then I'm fine with that. Just
You realize that this is a dragon we are talking about.
yeah.
I know much about dragons, but raising one will be very difficult.
No, Silver is not Callan Bongo. Sylviar is someone completely different.
I mean, what would be the
Raising
alternative,
one-
really? Do we just kill it?
No, that isn't right either. However, I do know that along the Sword Coast. Oh wait, what is that coast called?
Sword Coast.
Is
I mean, the Sword Coast is the
next to
entire
Waterdeep.
thing.
Yeah.
Well, yeah, but I'm saying like next to Waterdeep, there's a stretch of coast.
Yeah, Sword Coast.
Is it Sword Coast?
Yeah.
Okay, well, along the Sword Coast,
It's on both
I-
sides of Waterdeep is the
I
Sword Coast.
may, if they are still there, there are beings that might be able to help, but honestly, I can't promise that they won't just eat it, because it is a black dragon. But the last I've heard, about, I don't know, 40 to 60 wheels from wheels, by the way, is his way of gauging miles, and it's like 120 miles ish. It's like double. Anyway, what was I going with that? Oh yeah, there's a mating pair of bronze dragons somewhere along the coastline.
In common, I think Juliana would interject into their conversation and say, I don't mind taking care of this little one for a while. And back in Draconic, she looks at the dragon and says, would you mind if I took care of you? To the small baby dragon.
Sierra? Sierra, are you there?
I am. Sorry. I was talking to chat.
Oh, no problem.
I mean,
you say
did you?
you say that what you say what to the dragon?
Do you mind if I take care of you for a while? Pretty much.
The dragon looks at you and says, "Food."
Food? Well, there's plenty of food to be had around here. Responds in Draconic.
that's not misunderstandable at all.
I'm food. Well, you can be food too.
No. Emergency rations.
Oh no.
So here, what was that for? That big old roll of amazingness right there.
You're not. There. I mean, I was expecting something from Draco's side there, but it never happened. So I guess that's a moot point.
Oh, okay then.
Oh, I didn't see a roll. What happened?
Nah,
It was not meant to be visible.
Oh, okay.
It was just preparing.
So the secret roll.
Well, Draco's actually pretty much non-aggressive at this point, so I don't think you have to worry. But he is serious about getting answers from you. But I guess he got the right answers from you.
He got the answers that he was looking for, apparently.
He is definitely.
Hey. Thank you,
Anyways.
Juliana. As you say to the baby dragon, you can be food too. Are you doing that playfully or intimidation? Playfully, okay. The dragon looks at you confused and tilts its head like a dog that's confused and tilts its head.
Sounds
I bring my mouth to its stomach and blow a raspberry on it.
Oh no.
Does that work with scales?
Well,
no,
bellies are usually soft. You know what? Let's see. Let's get this. Okay. No. The dragon lets out a whine that could be interpreted as like a laughing sound.
Well, I mean...
Mom, Juliana.
Mom, Liana.
You we'll have joint custody.
I was about to say, I mean, nothing against you, Juliana, but I barely know you so far, so I'd prefer to have somebody look over them that I've known a bit longer now. So, but yeah, I guess if you and Draco take care of them, it should be fine.
She's being a better parent than both of you already.
Of course.
What?
I wouldn't mind.
I taught him how to survive.
I wouldn't mind sharing the duty between Draco and I.
You brought it out
well
to
then,
teach it how to hunt.
With that matter settled, I'm gonna get back to drinking, if you don't mind me.
He did a lot of damage, to be fair, to the barbarian and to me.
You know who killed it though? The stick. Anyway.
Yeah.
No, technically the dragon killed him. So I'm just saying.
True.
Yeah.
But I was the one who defeated it.
Experience points go to everyone. So,
We're using experience?
what? No.
No, we're not.
Crazy.
And-
Anyways. So, yeah. I'm gonna assume that discussion is over then, so I'm gonna go back to my tank out. Take a big swing out of it.
I guess I'll take the baby dragon over to Draco and ask where they'd like the dragon kept for the night.
Also, hey Rampa, nice to see you over on the YouTubes.
Draco will
sucks to hear that Twitch is apparently having a bit of an
kinda
issue
just
right now, but well, nice to see you
give
in
one
chat anyways.
last.
Hope you're
Just
having a wonderful
he
Saturday.
wants to be mad, but he can't think of something else to argue about, and he turns his attention to the baby dragon and says, "Well, my tent here is the biggest. I don't take up a whole bunch of the room, so I guess he could sleep in my big canvas tent over here, if he doesn't prefer the outside." Or
Lovely.
actually, wait a minute.
Oh,
And while you're cradling him, is he upside down?
What?
no.
I Draco would like to investigate for genitals. Just
Investigate for.
Just looking, not
That sounds so wrong on so
not
many
touch,
levels.
not touching, searching, just looking.
Just determine
Culture,
gender.
thank you for the host. You had to host me right at this point, huh? You had
So,
to host
Sorry.
me. You had
Zara.
fuck.
Sorry. No, you gendering this baby dragon?
Yes,
I'd
he's
like
about
to know rather to call it he or her. Yes, I am trying
could
to
just
gender
ask
the
it.
dragon. Well, that
Asta,
I guess
you know that's not how
I
that
just
works.
I'm sorry. I guess I just assumed that it wouldn't know. I could ask, yeah. I guess in Draconic I ask, by the way, little one, are you a boy or a girl?
Insert Professor Oak.
Are you a boy?
The dragon looks at you and says, "Me doom."
What? Me Doom? Did you say Doom?
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So, okay, then I will visually look with my eyes and see if I can see any identifying marks to ascertain its gender.
Looking at it, was your first time. You know, go ahead and roll me a medicine check.
There we go.
I mean, can I just use Dragon Scholar? Or does that not help me here?
Yeah, but
Advantage.
You
but what's in its pants?
yeah, you're Asta, you got the reference. Thank you.
Yes, I did. That's why I was laughing so much.
Thank you. Go ahead and give me a medicine check, because although you are really acquainted with Dragonborn, not many have actually dealt with baby dragon.
Oh, I mean, I studied dragons. That's kind of my thing, but all right.
You've studied about dragons. You didn't like,
Well,
live
yeah, I
with
would assume I.
You
No,
read
never mind.
books. That
I
talked
will. Oh, never. This is why I was trying to
Negative
to
2.
get advantage.
looking at it, you're like,
Could be anything,
You know, when,
really.
like you know when baby kittens are born and you just sort of stare at them because you can't really tell. You're just like, gonna be a bit before I figure out what the fuck you are, huh? Same
Yeah.
thing going on here.
That happened
All
with
Um,
I
Let
just
me-
wanted advantage.
that actually happened.
guess-
That actually happened with one of my grandparents' cat. And when they took it to the doctors, and the doctors said, "Oh, it's a
Okay.
girl," they named it Izzy because their immediate reaction was Izzy. And I like that. That's how they got its name.
Thank you for that, Asta. That was for the first
Yeah.
time a related story. Thank you.
Was it?
Hey, I'm getting better.
Was it?
I
don't know,
guess
that's-
I guess I take the baby dragon to my closer to my face a little bit and inspect on my own, and see if I can determine its gender.
Go ahead and give me a medicine check.
Please do better than me.
That's probably
Yes,
better.
Looking at it, as small as it is, you do find what appears to be feminine traits on this black dragon. So you think it could be a female? Go ahead and roll me a nature.
Nature. Okay.
Okay. Based
Ooh.
on what you know through creatures in nature, your time studying, do you think that this is a baby female black dragon?
Ah, so
Oh.
you're a princess then? I exclaim, looking at Jacko and implying with slightly raised brows.
Oh, okay. I see. I see. Female dragon name. Well, eventually. But for now, we can figure that out another time. Oh wait, what time of day is it?
It is
Close
the
tonight.
the sun is beginning to go down.
I was
You're
about
hitting
to
those
say, I'm
twilight
hoping it's
hours.
evening, otherwise I'm gonna be in trouble.
Still in
Remember,
their day drinking,
remember the day started with a wagon taking care of.
breaking down. Yeah, it was breaking. Oh no, no, no,
No,
no.
it
We went
wasn't
one
breaking
day.
down. We were just inspecting the carts and
Maintenance.
getting everything in
Me-
Yeah,
order.
I'm sorry. I that was 2 sessions ago. That was what, like a month ago. My bad. I'm sorry. I think. Ooh, what would Draco do here? Draco can't leave and go hunt like he usually does.
I
Can
know
you not?
he's responsible father. He's got things to do now.
Probably too tired as well.
Yeah,
Oh
he's
yeah, he did just get his ass kicked by this barbarian and the baby dragon, so he'd probably just want to sleep.
But you guys remember the baby dragon is still considered like a medium creature.
Yeah, they are big.
I understand this, which is why it amazes me that it can fit into Echo's arms, but she did roll what was it, a 23 strength?
Yeah,
It was pretty high.
Juliana. Listen, have you ever seen girls when they find something cute? Okay,
It was 21, but
No, I am not arguing it. I'm just saying. But no, Draco would kind of, because he's seeing that Echo's character and the dragon are
Juliana.
bonding, and he's trying to figure out if you should be like, maybe you should hold on to him, or he holds on to him, because I don't know what. I think you see him going through this mental thing in his head, and he's just like,
Draco is going through the stages of fatherhood
In that
all at
case-
once.
in that case, I
don't make jokes about that, Sierra.
Well, I'm gonna go
in
ahead
that
and
case,
open up the next barrel.
I
There we go.
take the dragon, slowly to the nearby corpse.
I'm not gonna go to sleep before this barrel is empty.
And I.
For those who want to see the barbarian champion that was eaten alive.
Mm-hmm. So can I ask, does the champion completely eaten alive? Is his body intact, or
His stomach is basically like there's a large
there's a
hole in his
large?
stomach
Okay, there's a large abs. Okay,
from
so in
the
that case,
panther and dragon eating.
I invite the dragon to come play with the dead remains of its meal.
Well then.
This is the craziest group of misfits I've ever seen, and I love it. Is Draco considering buying cigars?
And in Draconic, I respond with, "Come play. Food not yet done."
Draco's second child.
The baby dragon looks at you and says, "Food, play, question mark. Please don't turn this dragon into a foodie Echo."
So,
What?
can I
And I anyway.
can I
How
take
about I
out
do anyway?
can I take out my mace and well, bash one of his bones from his rib cage?
I mean, his
My
ribcage is
lord.
exposed. Like you could just, yeah, go ahead.
Rip it. Yeah.
What?
Okay.
Rip
You
and
know,
tear.
it's a stationary body. It's basically
Mhm.
broken. just for the fun of it, go ahead and give me an attack roll. Let's just see what
An
happens.
attack
With
roll.
advantage, because yeah.
With advantage, yes, because it's dead and on the ground.
And also, it's prone.
Yeah.
I don't know how to do advantage, so.
At the
Just
top
roll
of your
again.
character sheet, you have the toggle for advantage, normal, disadvantage, I think.
Oh, okay. Okay. I'll do that again then.
There you go. So yeah, 17 or 17
yeah, no.
basically.
You hit where you're aiming. You hit wherever you're
Mhm.
aiming.
Okay.
3 bludgeoning damage?
I break off a piece of his ribs.
That doesn't sound like
and-
the maze is set up correctly there.
No, it's not 17 damage. It's 17 to hit.
Yeah, but the damage roll doesn't look like it's set up correctly either. Or
I
are you
know.
not proficient with the maze?
Yeah, why is it 0 plus 3, which is your strength?
I'm not sure.
Also, you don't add proficiency to damage.
You do
Yeah, it
when
might
you're
not be set up
proficient with
right.
the weapon.
Anyway.
What?
Anyway.
Your spells are good.
Anyway.
Yeah.
I bash open his rib cage, take the piece of rib cage that I bashed off, and use it to carve some writing in his skin.
Oh.
Okay.
This is going to get weird, isn't
right.
it?
And write play in Draconic.
This is getting all kinds of weird now, isn't it?
I'm sorry. I still said, what the fuck?
Yeah, that's my
I want
reaction
you
right now
guys-
as well. Like, what?
I want you guys to know
Fuck
that
are
none of
you
you guys
doing?
can see this, but black dragons are considered the most sadistic creatures in D&D.
Yeah, they're fucking cunts.
And Echo is literally teaching it how to be. This is like the beginning of
Um,
Dexter. This is like
Okay,
Dexter's
seriously?
story.
How could you,
I
Echo?
know my
I-
shit. I know my shit. Okay, Juliana knows.
I'm trying-
Juliana
trying to-
knows.
I'm trying to teach it to be lawful good.
And Juliana's
No,
just
it'd be
over there
evil
undoing
anyway.
your entire work before you even started.
So,
Listen,
No,
there's a specific course of nature, and sometimes you can't allow that course to deviate.
Okay,
That's
well
Juliana's
that
character.
means that
That's not my
well-
character. But she doesn't know what you're doing right now with that
Just-
baby dragon. She
They're gonna
thinks
fight
that
over
you're doing the
custody
same
in a
as
minute.
her.
just know that if it turns out being evil, Draco will kill it with
Okay.
zero hesitation.
Well, in that
I
case,
can already see the sitcom. They're gonna fight over custody and Solomir is the drunk uncle who's sitting in the sidelines.
Duovo.
Oh
Yo, my-
Jesus Christ!
Echo, you made
Devova's not even in this conversation.
Echo, you
No,
made
that's
chat
true.
light up with that. My God, I love it. Thank you.
Duovo is the lawyer because Duovo clearly has the most legal knowledge.
Oh no, Crispy.
And at the end of the ordeal, Leia is gonna be the one who ends up with the child because nobody else is capable of taking care of it.
I think Draco's sighs and asks
Yeah.
Silumir if he can join him
Still.
in drinking.
Still, what the fuck? I need what Echo is smoking. Legit, points at dead body. Play bongo. I want to play with Echo, but in D&D and nowhere else.
I mean, yeah,
Crispy, good.
go ahead,
Teach the
grab a
dragon.
tankard, sit down, and enjoy the drinks. There's plenty to go around.
As you do that, the baby dragon gets a little like excited as it jumps into the innards of this body, and begins dragging its claws over the word that you carved into the skin, because this is where we're going with this session.
Mhm.
Oh boy.
Why? How could this happen?
In
How
that
could
case,
this happen to me?
in that case, I take the blunt end of my mace and I shove it through his
The blood.
This is like the
uh,
ultimate level of crack.
his eye cavity while the dragon plays
Oh.
around in his stomach.
This is the most
This is
evil
getting
cleric
very
I've ever
graphic.
heard.
To
Moving
be
on,
fair-
Delea.
To
What are
be
you
fair,
doing, Drake?
She is dead. I mean, sorry, he is dead. So
He's dead already, guys. It doesn't matter.
Hey.
I am sitting down in the tent and
Yes.
snuggling with the little silver one.
The guard drake. It's like a small puppy.
Yeah.
Just because it's dead doesn't make it okay. Yeah, sleep inside it like Luke and a Tauntaun. I can't with y'all today.
God damn it.
Listen, it's teaching an animal how to behave as it's meant to. You don't tell a tiger, hey, you're going to live in a suburban white household.
You'd
You
be
know?
surprised at how many people
Tell,
successfully
tell
do
that
that.
tell that to Mike Tyson.
Yeah.
Mike Tyson, does he have a tiger?
Yeah.
Oh.
You don't tell a lion to live in a suburban white household.
You'd be surprised at how many people do
Again,
that.
I will point out that there is people that do that.
You
Yeah.
wouldn't tell a dragon to live in a white suburban household.
Oh yes, I would.
I would
Hey.
totally do. I would totally do that if dragons were real.
Oh my god.
I mean, silver dragons maybe. Anyways,
Yeah. Silver dragons literally live in
anyways,
human
so
households.
Delea, you're snuggling up with the puppy of this guard
Hey,
drake.
Sada,
Yes,
thank you
yes,
very
yes.
much for the like. Hope you're having a wonderful Saturday.
Okie dokie. Do you do anything else? Do you snuggle with your panther?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Just kind of like enjoying the night.
Just chilling. Okie dokie.
Cuddle
And
puddle.
Silmir and Velgar are drinking. There's a cuddle puddle going on over here. There's a bloody cuddle puddle going on over here.
Oh, don't describe it like that, please.
Duova, you
Hello.
and your emo-ness. How goes it over here?
Join us
What are
in the
you up to?
drinks, please.
I don't know what drinks are. I am, chilling, cooking some food. The life.
Okay. Cool, cool.
Occasionally glancing over and being slightly worried about what the cleric is doing with the dragon, but I'm not going to get into it because they know how to speak Draconic. Therefore, they must know how dragons work. I don't know how to speak Draconic. I'm not an expert. Me and
Well,
Silumir are
40
like the
feet away.
only people in this game who do not know how to speak Draconic.
Why would I want to
Very
speak
well, very well.
Draconic?
You're trying. Whoever isn't learning either.
Crispy, bloody cuddle puddle. Yes. For reaching new fetishes, people.
No.
We're reaching fetish
Also,
levels. that
Grandpa
shouldn't
apparently
even
wants to get the
possible.
dragon drunk, so yeah.
You
Why?
can't get... You guys are gonna... Draco
even-
challenges Silumir to a drinking contest.
Ooh,
No.
drinking contest.
not
I'm down
healthy.
for that.
You shouldn't. No, this is bad for your liver, guys. You shouldn't do this.
Let's
I'm
do
You're
it.
not here.
No, okay, good point.
Alright.
I'm not there.
Bade comes by and says, drinking contest? What are you wagering?
What? Who?
Bade, the guy that Silumir protects.
Oh,
The guy who's been sitting at
do
the
we have to
campfire with
wager?
us the entire time.
Listening to you guys talk the whole
okay.
time.
Listen. I thought you meant the god, and I was confused.
Which god?
Bane. I thought he said Bane.
No,
Oh, Bane, right, okay.
The god of debauchery or something. I think.
I would be very surprised if
No,
we suddenly
Bane-
had a god
Bane
sitting
is-
at our campfire drinking
Bane
with
is
us.
a war god!
Whatever. I don't know. I thought that's what he was saying, and I wager. I don't know. How about whoever wins gets this two-handed axe I pulled off the barbarian,
Oh.
or
I mean,
whatever.
Silumir really wants that.
I don't
the
really have
Goliath.
much of an interest in that, but
No, what are
You
you
could
talking about?
sell
You
it.
obviously...
I mean, I have 10 gold.
Hmm.
I get paid after the journey is done.
Whoever
If
wins
you
it.
want to wager 10 gold, then I will, I guess.
Wow.
all right, let's do it. 10 gold pieces then. Bade, you want to join
Alright.
us?
Bade looks at you and says, after seeing the life that you live, Silumir, and seeing how big our friend here is, yeah, I hope you don't think it wrong for me to say I don't think I could match up to your levels of stress relief.
Ah, come on, it's gonna be fun. Relax a little.
Last time you told me that we went into a spider forest.
Fair enough.
Alright, well, guess it's just
Alright, the
us then.
Spider-Verse doesn't even exist anymore, guys. Why do we keep bringing it up?
You're not there.
I was about to say,
You're not here.
as Bait declines it, I lean over so that I have line of sight to Dwarva and shout over to them, very audibly for half of the camp to hear. Hey Dwarva, wanna join us in the drinking contest?
Can I shout back? The fuck's a drinking contest?
You said the magic words. Everyone is now converging on your location.
Oh no.
Yes, that was my
Except
intention.
Dwarva, who was just confused.
It's
But oh well.
basically just drinking, enjoying the evening, and the last one standing gets the 10 gold pieces that everybody throws into the pot.
Dwarva doesn't understand this doesn't help her because she doesn't know what alcohol is.
Just get over here and drink with us.
I guess she does, but yeah. I don't know if she knows what alcoholism
Does she
is.
understand what drink means? Go.
Yes. Yes, but she understands
Then
drink as
go.
in
Yes, then go.
not drink as in alcohol. Drink
Yes,
as in
I
like,
know,
fruit
but
juice.
they're saying drink, so you go, Asto.
No, I don't.
That rhymed. Relax a little. Echo in the background. Play with the corpse. Do it now.
That is relaxing. What are you talking about?
Pet the
Are you
dragon.
sure you're
Do
not
it
a
now.
cleric of Merkel?
No,
Merkel?
it's just part of my character's
Character.
it's part of my character's character. I was trying to, think of
I
another
was,
way to
I
phrase
was
it,
joking.
but
I was just joking because you
Personality
reminded
would
me
be
of
the other
another
word,
character.
but yeah.
yeah,
You
personally.
reminded me of a character from another campaign.
Also, apparently my roll 20
Let's
just
just say
lost
the
connection.
Dexter pun was
Oh.
kind of more close to home than she would
Oh,
have
my
liked.
stream also got disconnected. What?
What?
dear.
Mine?
I'm still in Discord, right? Yes, I am.
Yeah.
I can hear you.
Why did my stream and roll 20 just get disconnected then? The
Mm.
fuck?
No idea.
They don't like you.
Twitch has been having a couple problems lately, and maybe it's that.
I mean, that doesn't
No, but
explain
he
why my
said
roll
roll
20
20
gets
also.
disconnected at the same time. So, what the
Oh, well,
heck is
I
going
don't
on
know.
there? Looks like
They just don't like you, and they're trying to phase you out.
looks like the stream should be
But,
back. I'm just gonna refresh the site and
Sierra,
of course.
See, are drinking contests a thing in D?
And I'm gone. Well, great. There goes my internet. That's a problem. Okay, that's working. This is not... Come on, stream. Well, those are some connection issues, that's for sure. I'm gonna try and get back in there as soon as possible, but I might have to restart. And supposedly this is still running. Okay, this is up again. It's good. Let's try loading this page once again. Discord is not working. Come on. We can do this. Just gotta reconnect to this stuff. Come on, come on, come on, come on. I don't know what it was that went down there, because my internet connection supposedly stayed up. Like, my router isn't complaining about any disconnects. So I'm a bit surprised on what was it that crashed there. Let's see, is the stream back up or are we still down? Oh, okay, looks like it's slowly able to reconnect with that. Okay. Okay, it looks like Roll20 is back up. Let's see, can I pull up the character sheet? It's still incredibly slow. Why though? Okay, there's the character sheet. Now the only thing left is voice. Let's see here. Come on. Yeah, it's unable to ping. Like, Discord refuses to ping. So I don't know what's going on there. Yeah, I guess I'm gonna fully restart Discord real quick. Discord, there it is. Let's start that again. Let's see if you're willing to boot up. Yeah, otherwise I'm gonna have to pull it up on stream, I guess. Looked on server side for a while, it was periodically rubber banding. Okay, so it's possible that maybe some data centers having issues, which I guess would make sense. Okay, this got loaded pretty quick on startup.
Groove.
Let's see, are we
Groove.
back?
That is not.
Smatty.
Hey, Smatty.
Looks like we're back.
Greetings. We're a bit.
Oh, thank God.
Not that fucking thing again.
Hey,
The sour dwarf, or the dwarf sour, the fuck it is. Ugh.
you love her and you know it.
No, that's
Alright.
no, that's Dewova, because she has a crush on every girl in this game, apparently.
Okay, we're back. Good. Whew. Alright, stream's good?
We-
Stream's good. I think. Yeah, looks like we're good. Alright, I have no idea what happened there, but it's possible that maybe some data center or whatever on the internet just took a shit.
And raisins.
Yeah, probably.
Because my internet connection itself stayed up, but both Streamlabs and Roll20 and Discord, all three of them, decided to just nope out of here.
I'm going to step
Very
aside
well.
for a
But looks like the failover is up now, so we're good to continue.
Right.
Oh, looks like we have some company here while I was gone.
We do?
Hmm.
Wait, who's the company?
The crowd of people that swarmed around you.
Yeah.
Oh. Oh, I'm sorry, I'm dumb. Yeah, we start pouring the drinks. Draco's like cracking his knuckles and getting pumped up because now it's a contest. Now he's in his element. He's just like, yeah, let's do this. That is not his voice.
Gemna walks over and she says, "All right, you've heard it here. We've got a drinking contest.
Yes.
The rules are simple. When I clap my hands together, you're both going to drink. It's not the first to finish, but it's one drink after the next. The first one to pass out or lose their drink forfeits. Do you understand?"
I do.
Alright.
She
God.
says, "All right, drinks are full. Hello, Arctic. Thank you for coming by." Oh, Zardik. I said that weird.
I guess while this is going on, Juliana wipes the blood from her brow and goes over to the forest to drag out some of the remaining bodies.
As you look at the bodies,
Mm-hmm.
do you wanna look? They don't look like they've really been looted. If you wanna look them over,
Sure.
all right, give me an
Let's see
investigation
here.
check.
Let me
Because
guess.
Draco rolled shit on investigation.
All right, 15. Yes, you see
I'm assuming
you
my
see,
YouTube live stream didn't continue properly. Yeah, of course not. Okay, well, I guess I have to upload this session after the fact. then.
Mhm. Similar black cloaks. I guess I'll take one of the black cloaks off
What's up, Smitty?
and
I just noticed that apparently my YouTube stream got ended by this, so I'm gonna have to upload the session after the fact.
I guess I'll take the cloaks, and throw them off to one side, but bring one of the
As
bodies
you-
over to the
As you continue looking at them, you see them. They all seem to have really nice scabbards with what looks like the sword heads being like a dragon's neck, with the pommel being like the dragon's head with an open mouth,
Mhm.
and the
Can I-
scabbard seems to meet with the hilt of the sword, and it looks as if it forms a dragon's body, made of gold. The
Do I know
scabbards
what
are-
this sword is? Or where it comes from?
Roll me history. Nah, you've got no idea.
Okay. In that case, I take the sword for purely play reasons and drag the body over to the other.
Like
Don't
they all
do
have,
it.
each one has that cool golden dragon symbology on it.
Mm-hmm.
They all seem
I
to be
guess
wearing a medallion with a
Mm-hmm. I guess I take one of the swords and I drag one of the bodies over.
Do I
I leave
notice
the
that?
remaining three.
Do I
Or
notice
sorry,
that
the
they're-
remaining two.
Do I notice that they're dragging like a body and they now have a sword?
I don't know. You should give me a perception check. See if you can see that far.
Oh boy.
Okay. Perception's okay, but whenever I say that, I tend to roll really badly. Oh, never mind.
Oh, it's decent.
$17.
We're only 35 feet away, to be fair.
I'm trying to find like a cool like picture of like Tiamat's medallion.
There is no cool pictures of Tiamat's medallion.
I think that's really
Oh,
untrue.
here we go.
I
It's
know.
a pretty cool one.
Sorry. For those of you in chat who don't know, Draco is a devout believer in Bahamut.
We got
Who
that.
is well,
Isn't that
anybody who in
bad?
chat who doesn't know is what I said. So I mean, yeah.
I'm gonna mess with you as much as I can. There you go.
You send.
Yeah, let's put it right on the desktop.
I have found one, but I do have a picture of a Tiamat family, but apparently we already have
I
one,
found a
so.
really cool one.
Is it the one that's like got the 5 heads coming out of like an eye thing?
No.
Oh, I'll send you the one that I found.
But from where you're at, a 17 is good enough. You do see you are able to see that she's a dragon. What looks like body. You do see what looks like some sort of sword in her hand. Juliana, did you take the sword
Well,
out of the scabbard or the whole scabbard?
I left it in the scabbard and I kind of just kicked it over.
Oh, okay. There we go. Whoop. Once it loads.
Yeah, I actually kind of want to see what the medallion looks like because I actually don't know what it looks like.
Well, there's
I
a boring
wonder
one there's a boring one that's like 5 talons, like raptor
Yeah.
talons in a circle. That's pretty boring. So
There's
I
an
found this
eye
one.
one as well that's like a pendant with an eye that has 5 like branches coming off, not branches,
Something.
but 5 things coming off it.
Oh, I see.
I'm gonna be really pissed if I really like these.
Oh, these are not the one I thought. These are very neat though, but they're not colored.
Yeah,
Bit
they're
hard
pretty
to
cool.
see this resolution, but
Yeah,
yeah,
they're
they
really
look pretty
cool.
nice.
I really like these two.
Bahamut's medallion's cool as well. To be fair,
Actually, funnily enough, I've never actually seen that either.
it's like a shield with Bahamut's like a platinum dragon face on it.
But
So,
yes,
Jova.
Juliana, as you are looking at these bodies, you see 3 of them have these medallions on them. All of them seem to be this bronzy color right here.
Which one?
I take no interest in it, and I bring
Actually,
the bodies purely
you can-
for play.
You could roll religion if you see them. You might recognize them.
Sure.
Now you don't recognize them at all.
Okay. Well, in that case, I purely ignore them, and I bring the body over, and I kick over the sword.
One thing you do happen to find is as you're moving these bodies, and you take off all their cloaks, you do find a strange mask on these people, like inside their cloaks.
They were all geared up.
Strange mask.
A strange mask looking like this man's mask right there. Very reminiscent of like a dragon's face.
In that case, I guess I will throw it off to the side for now.
Okay.
Because Juliana's quite the prideful bitch, and if she doesn't recognize something, she probably doesn't care about it.
Very well.
I don't know it, I'd toss it.
Yes, Duova, you do see Juliana doing something strange. You can check that out if you want.
Yeah. Can I go over and as I see that there's like a sword and a mask and a dead body and an amulet or whatever, can I cast detect magic?
As you get closer, you see the baby dragon jumping inside the stomach of the Goliath champion.
Well, dragons will be
Playfully.
dragons.
Jumping like up and down playfully and tearing out muscle and flesh. You see Juliana pulling another body over. What are you casting detect magic on?
You don't cast it on anything. It's a
Just
self
cast it.
spell.
Okay.
Yeah,
I can just see any
detect
magical
magic is
things
the
within
one
30
that makes
feet of me.
things light up around you.
Yeah.
I'll send the description.
As you cast detect magic on yourself,
there you go.
In your vision, Juliana begins to glow brightly with colors that you've recognized as holy colors.
Yep.
You can see the dragon begins to glow as well.
Makes sense. They are magical creatures. Look,
Mhm.
And
is it
that's
technically a spellcaster?
all dragons are innate spellcasters. Yes.
Oh, okay.
But yeah,
So
you see
young.
that. As you look around back and forth, you see Silamir glow a little bit. You can see Velgar glowing a little bit, and you can see the
You can see Delea through the tent, can't she?
as you can see
Yeah,
a glow come
it would pierce the tent, yeah.
I
Mhm.
think Snooks came out though, so
Delay, did you come out or are you still in?
I
Is she
think
still
she
in the
said that she was
closet?
coming out to watch, didn't she?
Yeah, okay, so she's outside.
Just
So, yeah,
moved.
But
trying.
yeah, in that case, I look at the baby dragon and in Draconic say, "Watch this,"
Oh
and
god.
and I attempt to cut the head off of one of the guards.
Okay, go ahead, give me that attack.
So the swords and the masks and stuff, none of that's magical, basically, is what I've
How
learned.
would I do that? Global attack modifier? Oh wait.
You were just like, do
Yeah,
you
you
have a
just-
sword on you? Just attack
I mean,
with it.
I have the
Mace.
I have the mace, but
I guess that would be this. Like that's a strength-based attack,
Oh,
and it kind of depends on what the sword is.
the
But
great
yeah.
axe next to a Velgar
could I
begins to
just
glow.
Oh wait, the
um
great axe is glowing.
Bye, Sil.
Oh, the great axe is glowing. I wish I could cast Identify now, but you also by so.
See,
Okay, so
Silamir, you didn't want to wager for the battle axe, and now it's
Because
turned
I
out
have
to
no
be
use for
magical.
it.
so
Still
what would the sword be? Would it be a D4?
What?
They are using
Long
the-
swords, short swords, scimitars, rapiers.
They all have short swords.
So that's
So
a
it'd be a
D6.
D4.
D6.
D6?
D6.
Yeah. But to roll to hit would be D20 plus dexterity modifier or strength modifier. And you're
Okay.
a cleric, and I think clerics are proficient in short swords, so you also add proficiency.
Wow, that's a lot. You're gonna need to explain that one
Okay,
step by step.
so
The easier
roll
way
attack.
is at
just
the
to add
top
it,
right.
yeah.
You have the compendium, which is the information eye symbol that you have up there.
Yeah,
If you look
just
for
search
short sword,
and add it to your sheet.
yeah,
I
Yeah.
am lost. Okay.
Okay, see at the top, there's the eye.
Yeah.
There's a search
This
bar,
one?
search short sword, and then there's a search bar.
Okay.
Type out short sword. There'll be proficiency short sword, and then item short sword. Just add the item short sword. You can just drag it over to your character sheet, and then you can attack with it like normal.
Okay.
Not any of the +1, +2, or vicious variants, just the generic short sword. Because, yeah. There you go, 18 to hit 8 damage, amazing.
there you go.
And yes, short sword still piercing damage, don't question it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I guess I stab it through the neck clean and take off its head and throw its head into the bushes.
Okay, as you throw the head, the dragon runs after it to grab the head.
Oh, they're playing fetch.
Oh, this is getting worse.
I love this. I love this.
Echo,
This is so
Echo.
good.
Again, I have to say, I love your character.
Thank you.
Juliana is bonding with the dragon, but in the worst way possible.
Can while this is happening, can I go over to where like the other bodies are and see if they have anything magical on them?
As you walk over there, you don't see so much anything glowing from the bushes where the bodies would be.
Okay. Okay. I can't imagine it be blocked by like a bush. That's not really dense enough of wood.
Where'd that tree go?
I guess they just didn't have anything magic on them, but we got a magical axe, so that's neat.
Mhm.
Huzzah.
I remember.
Okay, back to the drinking game.
Yeah.
Also, I'd like to say that since those guards turned out to be cultists, So far, there are 9 dead since this journey began.
Mm.
You're not
I
counting
don't know
them,
how
then?
many there were to begin with. I'm just, keeping track.
I mean, I know of that there's about 12 cultists in the caravan, but most of the ones that ended up dead for some reason were not part of the caravan.
What?
Don't ask me, that's the explanation that Zero gave me.
Okay.
By the way, Fiora, did you see the version of the amulet I sent you?
No, no,
That
yeah.
means there's cultists. That means there's cultists all in the caravan.
It's on Discord.
I don't look at my Discord while I'm
Oh,
streaming.
fair enough.
Okay. So to the drinking game.
Yes, back to the drinking game. Sorry, I was looking up cool
No
stuff
problem.
set up for you guys. Yes, with the drinking game, it's gonna be you and Silamir.
Nobody else joining us?
Delayed, do you want to join?
guessing?
No.
No.
Everyone else is here to watch. You can hear people betting.
Come on,
money back
Delaya,
and
live a
forth.
little.
Yeah, you hear some people. Dragonborn's got this in the bag. No, have you heard? That's Silamir. I'll put my money on the swashbuckler. You can hear people just chant, talking back and forth, whispers growing. All right. So how this is gonna work, guys, is high roll wins that drink, low round takes a hit. There is gonna be four rounds, okay?
For
Or
rounds,
sets.
highest roll wins, okay.
4 sets in a round, okay? You guys are both gonna do Constitution and add your modifier, and the one with the highest wins. The one with the lowest loses.
I was about
First
to say
to lose on
Constitution
3
checks,
drink checks. Yeah, checks, not saving throws.
Alright,
First
good.
to lose on
Ooh.
3 drink checks loses the round, and the first to win 3 rounds. Oh, sorry, that's another game. Same thing. So first to 3 wins.
I could so easily
First to
cheat.
lose. Basically, if you get 3 in a row that you win, good job. If you get 3 in a row that you lose, bad job. Okay? Or not in a row, just in total. You want more than 3.
Apparently, Velga had to mute.
See that?
Yep, that's fine.
I was just making sure you know.
All right. So Gemna looks at you guys both. You guys all both make sure you're both topped off. And she go ahead and she claps her hand, signaling you guys to drink. Go ahead and give me Constitution checks.
Alright, here we go.
Ooh, 18. Not bad.
Bang!
Smatty Silamir coming out
Fucking-
strong in the beginning.
Fucking
Uh-oh.
Velgar, as she claps her hands, you go to
I thought
take a
they were
drink.
saving throws.
no, apparently not.
You go to take a drink and your mouth was open a little bit too much and some of it spills out and you start to cough trying to hold it in. You end up taking in a big gulp of air at the same time. All right.
As the drinking game is going on, Dwover's slowly coming over, mostly because she wants to have a look at the axe.
That is okay. All right. You guys down that first tankard. It gets put down.
Draco cheekily rubs off the stuff and's like, okay, sorry, I was over cocky. See, kids, this is why you should not be so sure of yourself sometimes.
You might want to pace
Gemna-
yourself a little there.
Gemna refills your cup, Silamir, and one of the guards refills yours, Velgar. And it's time for the second round. Go ahead and drink.
Alright, bottoms up.
Oh.
Vilgar, you're looking,
Oh,
and as you
oh
watch,
God.
you see Silamir put the tankard up and then bring it down, and it's empty. And just watch it, you just sort of like stare in amazement.
Wow,
Oh,
fucking
God.
pirates, man. Fucking pirates.
All right,
Cheating.
Don't underestimate a sailor.
drinks are refilled. Go ahead one more time. Let's see this.
Alright, and third round.
Yes.
Ooh, wow! Finally.
Ooh, struggling a bit on this one.
Silamir, as you take a gulp, you feel you like the wind sort of touches your neck, and you get like those goosebumpy feels. So you for a second to smack your neck, and as you look forward, Velgar just finishes his drink and puts it down.
Uh,
Right.
He's gone into the swing of it now.
Getting
Alright,
wound
go
up
ahead
over
and-
there now, huh?
Another drink. Let's go. Velgar.
Next round, here we go.
Ooh.
Ooh.
this
It's
really,
neck and neck.
The
This-
century.
this really is
Alright, we're
this
tied.
really is Jacko getting
We're
wound
tied.
up and me just getting filled up. Apparently.
Wait, considering wait, isn't it? No, because it's not neck nominate, is it? In German,
It's-
neck
You
nominate.
guys are now 2-2. All right.
Ugh.
So you're neck and neck in neck nominating.
How does the crowd look right now?
Everyone's cheering. You got some guys on Silamir's side, some guys chanting for Velgar. Everyone just seems to be enjoying themselves, having a good time. You see some people just be like, "Hang on, I want to change my bet." Others are like, "No, no, no, we're gonna keep this bet going." All right. So now,
All right,
final
thank you.
drink. They top you guys off.
Alright. Oof.
Oh,
Nope. I'm out.
Oh god damn it! I accidentally closed the Roll20 tab when trying to switch back to it. Wait a second, I
Alright,
can't see.
Velgar, Silamir, you guys both begin drinking, and as you do, Silamir, you drank a little too fast on an empty stomach. In doing so, as you begin to bring the tankard down to look at Velgar, the smile on your face widening and then turning into a look of pain as you open your mouth and some vomit and beer comes back out into the tankard.
Oh. Oh right, you rolled on that
That
fucking.
last
oh,
one was
dear.
bad.
I mean, hey, it didn't kill him.
Are you alright? Are you alright, buddy? I'll
Oh.
give him a confident smack on the back.
Oh god.
I like how my rolls
Like-
consistently got worse with each consecutive one.
To be fair, you won 2 in a row. I was sweating bullets.
And you had the advantage, Smatty.
I mean,
You had the advantage.
Well, technically speaking, this worked out like it
Ugh.
should have, because Draco should have a higher constitution, but I'm stupid when I made my character.
As Silamir goes to,
ugh.
as Silamir throws up, that's when everyone loses their mind, just starts all cheering at once. You guys have ever been to
Whoever seems confused as whoever who is now there seems confused why everyone is cheering, but sort of half-heartedly joins in. Like, yeah, woo! Why are we cheering?
You win this one, I guess. I'm gonna need a minute.
Thank you.
Uh,
I'm feeling great. Victory to the Dragonborn. Let's drink. Let's get drunk. And I say that to the crowd.
anyways, here's your 10 gold pieces. You earned those.
Thank you very much. Thank you for honoring the.
If you don't mind, I'm gonna. Yep. As I stand up and
You're
just
fine.
make my
You're fine, my friend.
seemingly very long way behind the tent. Just, yep.
Sometimes.
Stay there for a bit.
Oh, Mr. Wizard, how are you?
I need to get more songs and sounds that aren't copyrighted of like just people partying and having a good time.
Yeah, I have to watch the VOD to watch them,
Yeah.
but yeah, to hear them, but because I don't have.
Yeah, I should get a good recorder of some sort and maybe grab some ambience from the medieval festivals that I'm
I
to.
actually wonder
Yeah, like
if I have.
especially like tavern stuff. I feel like that'd be so much fun just to hear everyone just partying and having a good
Hanging out,
time.
having a good time.
Yeah.
Oy, oy, oy.
Today's just not Silamir's day.
I mean, he's not done
really
drinking yet. He might have lost the
I
drinking
know,
contest,
but
but he's gonna
I
continue
know, but
drinking.
I'm just saying, like he missed every single attack on the dude, and he came to drink and just take his mind off everything. Draco's like, "Oh, drinking! Let's have a drinking contest."
Hey, Silimir's having a blast right now. This is the kind of stuff that he lives for.
I wish druids knew how to identify magical objects right
I
now.
have absolutely no idea how I beat you, by the way.
Can I just after the crowd's like cheered down a bit, just go to look at Velgar and just say, by the way, this just go, by the way, the axe is magical.
Oh. Oh, thank God I did not wager it. Adds it to inventory. Unidentified magical axe. Battle axe.
Sadly,
Warning, might be
identify.
cursed.
If you flick his finger downwards, you see strange buttons appear with strange sounds that go. And you
Well,
click on
actually,
digitize.
it's possible to try to attune to a unidentified magical item, isn't it?
Yes, it is
Yeah, but
possible.
you won't know what it does,
The issue is it might be cursed.
and you don't know. You won't even know if it can be attuned to. It might just be a random magical item that doesn't require attunement.
As the night goes up and the party goes wild, you guys all find yourself moving from one campfire to the next. Next thing, everyone seems to be around the bonfire, sharing stories, having a good time. For the first time in a long time, you guys are finally able to relax and have fun together as a group.
And that is when Thorosmond the Ancient attacks from the skies.
Well, actually, I wanted to. Can I check and see if the axe requires attunement?
You really wouldn't know.
Yeah, that's
Well, I
what the
mean-
identify magic thing is for.
Yeah, which I can't do. You could ask the wizard if he can do it. But he
I
might not
believe
have
I
the
have, but
materials.
I believe I've asked the wizard before, and he doesn't have identify.
Oh, I think I don't know. What about Bede or whatever the fuck his name is?
Bait.
Bede.
Vade
That's his name.
is a wizard, you know. Just no one.
He might be able to
I
identify
actually,
it.
I mean, can I ask Bade if he has the means to identify? I mean, he is a
You can ask.
shopkeeper and everything too.
Are,
can
are
certainly
you, are, you,
ask.
are you gonna ask him a question? Is what you're saying?
Yes, I am, and thank you for the clever pun.
Actually, I could identify what type of magic it is because of how detect magic works. I know what school of magic it would come under, but other than that, I can't do anything else.
Don't those things all
And
fall under enchantment?
no, enchantment in D&D is like enchanting the mind. It's not actually about making items magical for reasons.
Okay.
So thing like friends, charm person,
Right, yeah. Yeah.
enthrallment.
I get it. I
Yeah.
get it.
Sir Bade.
Mm-hmm. Yes.
Earlier when we fought the Goliath, he had an axe on him. Dwova has just informed me that it might carry magical properties. I was wondering, do you by chance know how to identify things?
Who's did you? I didn't know you fought a Goliath. This is news.
I mean, it happened right behind your wagon.
Don't pay attention to what you and my bodyguard do.
He was going to attack the camp. I had no choice but to take his life.
I'm not questioning you. Okay, I know that our safety is well. Anyways, yes. I do identify things. Yes, it comes with my nature. I find strange potions. I have to mix them together. Sometimes, they don't like the things that I need, or great axe, you say? Yes.
Yes, it is the two-handed axe.
Two-handed axe. Okay.
It's right up my alley if it's not cursed.
It says, well, we'll find out. Yes.
I would appreciate it very much, sir.
Now we must wait an hour for him to identify it.
I mean, we're relaxing around the bonfire.
Yeah, that's true.
Speaking of which, I'm gonna do a thing real quick to see how long until Silamir falls asleep.
3 minutes.
That's okay. He's gonna be awake for most of the evening.
Okay.
It actually takes about 10 minutes to identify.
Oh wait, really?
Yes.
I thought it takes an hour.
And as he looks at it, he runs his hands down the I don't know the proper term for it, but the center, the hilt, I guess you could call it.
The
Not
haft.
the blade, but like the.
If you're talking about the bit that you hold, that's the haft.
The stick part's the haft.
I don't know axes. I only know swords, guys.
It's fine.
You
it's
have
fine.
the haft, the bit, and the head.
Okay.
Yeah, you have me and Asto here to help you because I do know a little bit about weapons.
As Bade runs his fingers down the haft of the great axe, you see runes begin to move through it, and the blade begins to glow. Very beautiful. It goes from like a nice blue to a vibrant blue into an orange into a red, almost as if it's a fire arcing through the blade itself. And as you stare at it and get lost into it for a moment, Bade says, "Looks like this is an axe of dragon slaying."
Ooh.
Very nice.
That's powerful.
Very nice. It's really good for dragons. So.
Well, against dragons, but.
It's great for dragons, just because if they have it, no one else can use it against them.
Yeah. That's one way to look at it. There is a inscription here that I can't really read, however. He says, I can make out some of it. Beware. This might be a mistranslation. It says almost as if beware the fire of the mind. I'm not quite sure what that means.
Does it require attunement?
I'd say so. I would definitely say so. Looking at how it's crafted, the power that it's giving off, and the way that it seems to work, it looks like this is the type that's going to require a lot of attunement.
Draco, I'd like to roll for Draco a wisdom check to see if he will try to attune to it or not.
I mean,
As far as I remember, I don't actually remember.
If you want to roll for it,
you don't actually
sure, I
get
guess.
Dragon Slayer axes.
Yeah, like that's a okay. I mean,
That's
it's up to you.
that's a
That's
a
more
you
of a-
thing.
Yeah, that's more of a you thing.
Well, I understand that, but I'd rather just leave it up to the dice gods. High
Yes.
means above 12 means that he won't. Below 12 means he will.
Yeah.
Well then, incoming
Or
disaster.
try it anyway.
Okay.
Incoming disaster. Yep.
Okay.
Well, character death incoming.
Not necessarily character death.
I mean, he is a dragon wielding a dragon slayer, so
Yeah,
I get.
I feel like that's fitting. Delea,
I get.
Are you
Oh,
up to
sorry.
anything?
so from as far as I
Well,
remember,
Honestly, I don't even know what to do. So
Okay.
Also, can I just mention that in terms of axe terminology, my favorite bit is that the knob leads into the throat. I'm not gonna explain what that means, but that is a part of axe. That is
Alright,
part
so
of
you're done.
axe terminology.
Juliana, you up to anything? Still playing with the bodies and the dragon?
Well, still playing with the bodies, still playing with the dragon. Another body has been dragged over, and limbs have been severed.
Just matter-of-factly stating that. Sure.
Yeah, why not?
Alright. As the night goes on, you guys party up until the morning.
Around midnight, Silumir just falls asleep and just sits there, sleeping.
Yeah, many
Alright,
of you
before
pass out,
before I
yeah,
sleep, I'd like to try to attune to it.
Of course you would. Okay, well, you want to attune to it by meditation with it, or just spending time with it? How you want to?
I would like to meditate, escape into my mind, go to a in my mind's eye, go to like a rock in front of a waterfall, like a monk, and just in my mind's eye, try to grasp the meaning of this battle axe.
Okay.
Bahamut's probably sitting somewhere in my mind's eye, chilling.
As you sit there with it, you hear in Draconic a voice. Who?
Here I am. Wait, what? Was that a ooh?
You hear a
Who?
voice say, "Who?"
Who?
Ooh.
Who? Which person? Who?
I am Draco.
Why?
What, where, when?
Why? Sorry, I wasn't expecting to have a conversation with a sword, or an axe. I mean, I am on a dangerous mission. I need your power.
As you say that, it's quiet, and then you hear one more word.
Oh, great.
Wait, I'm
Windows
sorry,
having
what?
issues again.
I'm sorry, what did you say?
And you hear it say "earn."
Earn?
You make this very hard to do.
To be fair, you are kind of quiet when you do that voice, so...
Really? The mic picks it up pretty fine.
I hear
But
them.
yeah, but
I hear
Vega
them
has
fine.
Vega has a lot of background noise on his end, so you're gonna need to speak up a little bit for that.
Can't really speak up in that voice. I'm sorry.
Might need to turn. You might need to turn them up then, Velgar.
Okay. Then I will ask the question how.
Make a wisdom saving throw.
Oh my god.
Uh-oh.
What, whoa?
Did you go yet?
Roll. You did not roll yet, no, but will be,
Lucky.
preemptive.
Oh. At least it wasn't a natural one.
Ooh. That's a 0. Oh my.
Modified 0.
Well,
As it says "earn," and you say "how," immediately your head begins to feel as if the inside is splitting, almost as if your brain is under attack by some source as you begin to fall to your knees, and you take
Oh no.
5.
Oh, okay.
5 points of damage.
5 points of psychic
5 points
damage.
of damage. 5 points of psychic damage.
Brain
The only,
hurty damage.
the only one I don't resist.
Yeah. Well, you're not angry right now, so it wouldn't
Oh,
matter
that is
anyway.
true. That is also true. I'm sorry.
And
You're not angry enough to resist damage.
I'm gonna rage
and,
against
give
the
me
X.
give me a strength saving throw at disadvantage right now because it caught you sort of by surprise.
But strength?
Oh my
What?
lord.
Mm-hmm.
Ooh.
13.
13, not bad. You're able to still hold on to the axe, but it feels almost as if it was trying to pull itself from your hands.
You ain't getting away that easily.
Ooh, that sounds like a failed achievement. Ooh.
Oh wait, is he saying all of this out loud?
I mean, I'm meditating, so I'm assuming
Yeah,
I'm in
I
my
know,
mind's
but
eye.
again, I just love the idea that we're all around the bonfire partying, and then Draco is just in one one
Starting to
area,
talk to
I would-
looking at his
would
axe,
assume-
going, "You're not getting away that easily."
You see me just start wrestling with it, like. Yes, I would like to
Because
say
he gets
that you see
flung-
me start wrestling with the axe.
He gets
This is what you
flung out
see.
of his tent by both of his hands, going, "Fucking hell!"
Yes, but I am. I guess I am doing it right around the bonfire. So yeah, this is what's happening. You see him start to struggle with it.
Okay. As you're able to hold on to it, go ahead and give me another wisdom saving throw.
Oh boy.
Ooh dear.
That's a 13.
Oh.
Or a
Yeah,
9.
13. Sorry, I was still on disadvantage.
It's okay. That's okay. Okay. You take another 5 points of psychic damage.
Damn it.
And now that you're ready for it, give me a strength saving throw, just regular. You don't need disadvantage, just regular strength save.
Oh,
That's
God,
the wrong one.
God.
Oh no,
I
you
know.
wasted a natural 20. Oh no.
Oh, you got 13.
23.
You got 7. Yeah, you're
Alright.
fine.
23. I beat it into submission.
You
I'm
feel it
just
start to pull as you hold on to it tightly this time, not letting it go.
Come back here.
And then it
Are we
says,
going on for another round of this?
it says nothing, and you feel it feels almost as if the blade is gone silent.
Oh.
Hello? You awake? Tap like the head of it. Ding ding.
Give me a wisdom saving throw.
God. I like the idea that Velgar just falls unconscious randomly while we're looking at his axe. Oh, that's a 0 and a 1. Oh dear.
I think this is the message that you should probably stop.
Yeah, that sounds to me like you don't have what it takes to attune to it right now.
6
Yeah,
points of
no.
psychic damage. At this point,
Strength
your head
saving
is
throw?
clearly. Yeah, strength saving throw.
I mean, I know that some weapons require a specific, have some specific requirements to be able to attune to
11.
them.
11. Yep. Alright, you're still able to hold on to it. Although this time it feels like it pulls you really hard.
I won't ever give up. You might as well just give in.
That bluff, though.
Meanwhile, Salami is over there on the other side of the campfire, just casually snoozing off.
Watching.
Yeah, just casually snoozing off. Like he had his fill for the evening. Now it's the drunken sleepy face.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Draco hits it
Alright.
repeatedly against the stone. Yep, it's dead.
Turn the axe into a mace, bludgeon it.
Well, I'm assuming that everybody's just watching me fucking get my ass kicked by this thing.
Everyone just watches you, like you're sitting down with it in your lap, and it keeps trying to pull away from you. You're holding on to it, and a few times it looks like you almost got pulled out of your seat, but it looks like you were just drunk and falling,
Oh.
and you're just holding your head because it hurts so fucking bad. So everyone just thinks you have like an immediate like
the worst
hangover
hangover already.
hangover. And it's still nighttime. Like you haven't even gone to bed.
Told
yet.
you
Just
that.
give in, you damn battle axe.
Told you that last tankard was bad.
Let me learn of you.
What happened while I was gone?
Echo's
Absolutely
getting his
nothing.
fucking
Not
axe.
much. Yeah, Draco's just still struggling with the axe and not really accepting
Alright.
that he doesn't have what it takes to attune to it yet.
As the night goes on, you guys fall asleep, pass out, sort of in a circle, everyone having a good time.
As for me, I guess, I ask the little baby dragon, you having fun?
Fun.
Fun? Sleep.
No sleep. Fun.
No sleep? Fun. Okay.
Oh,
Then she
God.
proceeds. So can I make a Can I make a check to see if I am ready to continue playing, or
Sure,
Do
sure
you want to
thing.
make that a check?
Do you, yeah, do you want to? You can decide.
actually, never mind. Let's just drag the next body over.
Oh my god.
Oh god. Wait, well, are you an elf or a half elf? I can't
I
remember.
felt
Oh,
next
so you don't get elven trance then.
next
that sucks.
morning, somebody's gonna walk over there just to take a leak and be like, "Holy heck, what happened here?" And it's just a puddle of blood and decimated flesh and bone.
it's gonna be dry by then. Come on.
As a
Mm.
It's
night.
gonna be
It's dry.
dry.
So, Juliana, do you go to sleep at all over the night?
How long? So I'd say I play with the dragon for a good 2 hours after midnight.
Okay.
Before finally dragging the final body and allowing the dragon to play with it on its own.
You're gonna leave that thing unattended?
I'm just gonna sit by it and watch. I'm not gonna play with it. I'm just gonna sit by it, and then once it's done with the fourth body for an hour, I guess I will take it to
Did my stream go down from the axe torture? Oh no, you guys missed it. Ah.
Ah,
Oh,
you're getting hit with the
God.
connection issues as well now. Nice.
Yeah, everyone's like, oh no, oh dear, wow, that axe nearly killed Sayor's stream on Twitch. Oh no, oh no.
Sounds about right.
Twitch says I've been
So-
alive, or Streamlabs says I've been live for 1 minute.
oh god.
So drag the final body over, let it
Okay.
play with it for another hour,
Yeah.
and then
Yeah, so 3 hours after midnight, around 3:30 or so, I guess I will take the dragon, the little baby, and pick it up and say fun for tomorrow in Draconic.
It says tomorrow.
Tomorrow, sunrise.
Play?
Play tomorrow.
Now?
Now no, tomorrow play.
Oh, God.
Then it looks down, confused. What?
It does not understand the idea of sleep.
no, it's just a little kid. It doesn't want to go to sleep yet, even though it is tired and
Yeah.
almost falling asleep on its own. It doesn't want to.
Mm-hmm.
Like
I'm not sleepy.
its head is
Exactly.
drooping a little bit, and it says tomorrow.
Mm-hmm. I guess Juliana takes the dragon over to her tent and lets it rest in her abode with the fellow soldiers there.
Actually, that's a
So
good
you're gonna
question.
you're gonna carry the baby dragon through the entire camp past the bonfire where everybody's still sitting and partying. Well, not everybody, but where there's
I'm
still
not
some
gonna-
people
I'm
sitting
not
and
gonna-
partying.
I'm not gonna take it through the camp. I'll just walk around it.
Everyone is basically
And-
drunk at this point.
Yeah. And I
If it-
want to allow the
mean-
dragon to have peaceful sleep, so
Are
I
you
guess
Are you sneaking it through the camp, or sneaking it around the camp, or
I'm not
walking over?
sneaking it through. I'm walking around, so
Are you sneaking
from,
with the
like-
dragon so nobody sees it, or
Also, I just drew a line and I don't know how to remove it.
If you drag a box over it and then click backspace, it'll get rid of it.
Yeah, you want to
Gotcha.
select.
And by box, I
then-
mean with the I mean with the select tool. Yeah, there you go. See,
Oh,
Yeah.
I just deleted
you
my
also
character.
delete yourself. Yeah, but you can redrag yourself onto the thing. It's fine.
How do I do that?
Go to the character sheets.
yeah,
Click
right hand
on your
side, your
character sheet.
character thing, and then you just.
No,
Oh, there.
not
There you
everyone
go.
can do that, Smith. Yeah, there you
Thank
go.
you. Okay, yeah, I guess I just walk around to the to the right here.
Okay, are you hiding the dragon at all, or are you just walking?
No,
in?
I'm carrying it in plain sight.
Okay.
I'm walking fairly close to the camp, though, like just kind of behind the carriages, you know, to avoid the crowd.
Okay.
Oh dear.
Cool.
That's not gonna go bad at all.
Why should it?
Meanwhile,
Ooh,
as you guys sleep
dragon.
and wake up, food is being passed out by the normal people who pass out rations of this caravan. As the sun begins to rise slowly, you can hear some of the carts getting ready to load up. While you guys are handed your oatmeal bowls,
Draco is hungover.
hungover as fuck.
What about Silumir?
In fact, Draco. Oh, I'm being nice now.
Disadvantage for the rest.
Technically,
You
you
suffer
should.
1 level of exhaustion due to being that hungover.
As Draco rolls over in his sleep and his hand touches the axe, go ahead and give me a wisdom saving throw.
Oh god.
See.
You're gonna do that. Oh boy, here we go again.
Fucking zeros, dude.
Wisdom really is not Draco's
Really.
strong suit.
As you go to
You
touch
rolled a
the
nat
axe,
one.
as you go to touch the axe, as you're sleeping, you roll over, your hand falls on it. You're immediately woken up with a slight headache, like as if like something's digging into your head, but it's like
Okay,
a really quick one.
look here, Axe. Look here, Axe. This is you're going in the bag.
Aw, why don't you let someone else try?
Because nobody else here can wield battle axes or great axes.
Actually, I think
That's
the cleric can.
I could probably
Cleric
wield it,
probably
but it's not a thing that Silumir wants to do.
I think Delilah definitely can because she's a ranger. Rangers get
Delia
all the
could
weapons.
definitely wield that
Delia,
fucking thing. Hand that to Delia, and
Yeah.
she's gonna dominate it. She's gonna make it her bitch.
Well, I mean,
Her computer just makes that.
she has a thing against dragons, doesn't she?
Yep.
But she's raising one, so it can't be that much.
I
of a big thing.
mean,
No,
if she was
she's
around
raising a
last night,
drake.
she would.
A drake. It's still a type of dragon.
Anyways,
I
Dragon
guys-
Slayer
she
would
was
still
a-
affect it.
if she was around last night, she would have heard that it was a thing for slaying dragons. You know, she could inquire about it if she wants it.
Fair. Dwarva would be really good at getting through the wisdom saves. She can't wield battle axes,
Why was
but
I
you know.
moved?
everyone's moving back to the camp, so I just let that move y'all while save time.
I mean,
Alright.
if
Don't worry.
nobody woke me up to bring me back to the camp, I would have slept at the bonfire.
Oh, I know. Don't worry. We're past that. Everyone's,
Okay.
Dwarva slept at her own camp because she didn't get drunk because she is responsible, and also she doesn't really understand the point of drinking alcohol.
The wizard is putting the fire of the bonfire
Oh
out.
well, there goes Snuggies. The axe temptation was too great.
What?
Snuggies just disconnected, didn't they?
Yeah,
Oh,
I
she
just
just-
told you guys her laptop restarted.
Yeah, and
Oh.
then yeah,
heard that,
yeah, I did. I know, but Belgar made a joke, so.
Oh.
Sorry. I was trying to be funny, but I'm never funny, so I should just shut up.
Hush.
Not true.
Why is it this works sometimes and other times it does not work?
What?
Because
Got him. All right, there we go. All right, yes. As everyone's moving back to the camps now, the wizard is putting out the bonfire with his magic. He snaps his
Magic.
fingers basically, and that just goes away.
Sweet. You're gonna have
But,
to teach me that.
But what the hell? All right, that was weird.
What?
But some of the people who pass out food for the caravan and the rations and handing things out come by. They drop off some oatmeal for you guys and bowls.
Alright, this is gonna be a long rest,
they
so
continue
healing
their
up.
They continue making their way around the camp.
And I'm assuming the temporary hit points expired at this point.
Draco will thank them very, you know, in a Draco fashion. Thank you very much, kind sir or madam. Yeah.
Yes,
There
yes.
you go.
And as you guys are beginning to eat, you see Gemna actually walks over to you, Silamir, and she sits down next to you, and you see she sort of watches as the person who gives you the oatmeal walks away. And as they walk away, you see she lifts a finger up to her lips.
Okay, cool. That's just for one of my features. Don't worry about that.
Okay. She raises a finger to her lips, and you see she pulls out a dagger and she starts poking through your oatmeal. After poking through your oatmeal with the blade of it, you see the gnome lifts it up and shows you an oatmeal smeared object resembling something of like a tiny bead. And she sort of looks over her shoulder towards the people who just handed you the food and are now sitting down eating their breakfast. She says, Silamir, this is a sliver of a bone. It's curled into a circle so you can swallow it in a mouthful of gruel and not notice. Once eaten, it uncurls inside you, and you see she sort of unfolds it, and you see a needle. She says, this needle was supposed to pierce your guts and kill you slowly. I suspect they're in all of your breakfasts. She gets up and walks away, and she says, we should talk this evening.
Yeah, I just silently nod at her and well, put the breakfast off to the side and start munching on
Do
my
I notice
rations
this
instead.
exchange?
Well, you are there, and she did just say it to you all.
Oh, okay. I didn't realize she said it to all of us.
You might want to rely on your rations as well.
God damn it. Fucker.
I guess I don't hear it then because me and the dragon are nearby to the tent where I'm staying.
To be
Yeah,
fair,
I'm-
Juliana hasn't really been
kind
much of a
I'm
target
kind
yet.
of off one. I'm kind of
Yeah.
off one side as well.
And-
But I am a target and I'm off to one side.
Yeah, Duova doesn't hear this.
I'm
Well,
all-
actually,
yeah,
actually,
I'm
would
done now.
would Draco even be targeted at this point?
Probably not.
Yeah, I don't think so. Because he's
Yeah,
not
that's right.
technically
Back
really
off from my baby
associated.
dragon.
She's about to go full mama hen and fucking peck out those motherfuckers' eyes if they even try.
Well, I'm gonna go and stretch my legs for a little bit as I step away from the campfire and just step away over this way and then make my way over to Drover.
Okay.
And just like, hey Drover, did you get any breakfast from the camp yet?
Has she gotten any breakfast in the camp yet?
Yes.
Yeah.
I'd recommend you don't eat that and rely on your own rations instead. Looks
Okay.
like the our friends are starting to step it up a notch.
Amazing. Good to know. I need to re-prepare all my spells. Would it make sense to re-prepare my spells with that in knowledge or not?
I mean, maybe. It's up to
Yeah.
you. I mean, you don't really know what Slimmer means too much besides that you're
No, but like, can I still take that into account with what spells I choose?
Sure.
Okay.
So do our spell slots go back up, by the way?
Yes,
Yes,
if you get
this-
a full night's sleep.
Yeah, this
Yeah,
was a
long
long
rest.
rest basically. So yeah.
Mm-hmm.
It's just because we're clerics and druids and stuff, so we actually have to re-prepare from the entire spell list every morning. I imagine you're not going to, but I am. I don't think that actually needs that.
I don't know what that means, Osto, so okay.
Draco checks his
enough.
food as well, apparently.
Just in case.
That's fair.
Even though
Just
he's
in
pretty
case.
confident that they're not targeting him yet as an individual. But, can never be too careful.
To be honest, even if I didn't find anything, that doesn't mean it's not there, it just means it's likely not to be there.
3, 4. Okay.
So I still wouldn't need it.
That's fair. 5, and then take 3 here and 2 there.
Also, Dwarva, I'd recommend that maybe you camp a bit closer to us in the coming nights. Just to make
That's-
sure that you don't become a target just for being alone and a bit off to the side
That's-
like this.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
So
I have very much chosen spells that are. My spell list is now very much.
Belgar
in tune
checks
with-
his oatmeal for any surprise. Go ahead and give me a investigation check.
advantage because he knows what he's looking for.
Did you miss everything I said?
Yes, I just saw that.
I was saying I don't think I'm a target, but at the same time I just want to make sure.
Okay, yeah, go ahead and give me an investigation. See what you get.
11.
That's decent.
You don't find anything in yours.
That's so threatening.
I mean,
Honestly, Jacko, at this point, you should just listen to what I say. Just, if you don't find anything, that doesn't mean it's not there.
if he doesn't find anything, it's perfectly safe to eat. So
Yes, Smatty, but even though you might not see bumps on
But
down there, you still might have an STI.
it's like checking for
issue
traps. If you
here-
don't find any traps, it's safe.
The issue here is I made a roll,
Yeah, so you can't.
so
yeah.
I can't just go. You know what? I decide not to eat this now
Yeah.
because I didn't find anything.
Yeah, you
So I
checked
have
it,
to
it's
eat it.
perfectly fine. So yeah, it's safe to eat.
God damn it. God damn it.
That's how D&D works.
By the way,
Jacko
most
by the way,
also,
Spior, I sent you the spells I prepared.
oh, you did?
As you can see, I've very much taken
Gonna eat you.
the current events into account.
But currently, I also rule in that I've been helping provide food for the camp, so maybe they don't want to kill me.
It's also
My
fair.
God.
Possible.
Don't worry, guys. I can feed the entire party with the spell I've just prepared. Good berry. Now we can just
I
eat
can-
berries.
I can literally do the same thing except with wild game.
Anyways, as this day moves on, nothing really happens.
If you eat a
No
single good
strange-
berry, you'll be fine the entire
Shut
day.
up.
Shush.
No strange monsters attack. No one threatens you guys. However, Philimir, Dwova, Delea, you guys all do notice certain members of the caravan do happen to keep glancing at you over in your direction here and there.
I was about to say, is the caravan finally moving on, or are we still camping here?
This is actually the last night as everyone has finished maintenance.
Okay.
What's going on in the background over there?
Who knows?
I'm very, very.
Last night before maintenance
Mm-hmm.
is done.
A lot of people have actually are packing up their tents and sleeping inside their carts and getting ready to leave.
All right, I think he's done coughing. Sorry.
No, you're good. I just didn't know what was that. But
I guess
looking-
this day I'll take the baby dragon for their meal, and go back over to one of the dead bodies through the center of the camp.
You're walking through the center of the camp.
Sure. Walk through
Uh,
the center of the camp with the dragon.
As the baby dragon walks through the center, you hear someone say, "Is that a dragon?"
No, it says Drake.
I
you
respond, "Why, yes."
You see a few people coming up. It's a dragon. And the whole camp seems to start to erupt as they all heard someone shout that. Baby dragon? Dragon? Is that a dragon? Dragon.
Draco makes his way down.
Dragon! It's the dragon! Dragon
Oh,
Ball Z.
Well, now we have to kill it.
Camp security and all that.
Well, is there a problem?
You hear one say, "The black dragon." And you hear
Yes, it certainly is a black dragon.
It's a bad dragon, though.
Silimir, Duova, Talea, you all hear this.
Mm. I've positioned myself already.
I'm
I'm getting ready.
Also, Sierra, I have a question about
an answer.
an optional thing. It's an optional rule from Tasha's called Wild Companion. It lets me cast Find Familiar by using a wild shape charge. Are we going to allow that or not? Just because it's an optional rule for
I
a
don't
new
have
book.
Tasha's, so I can't really look at that to really make a decision.
Fair. I will. It's not very
Might be a thing that needs to be cleared up between sessions instead then.
Yeah, but that's fair.
So for now it's a no, but might be changed after the session or
It might
in
be
between.
changed. Yeah, I have to look into it.
Okay. Well,
yeah.
I'll send you like a screenshot of what it is in the book then, and then
Alright.
you can
So,
deliberate later.
Ciara, are some of these voices angry in a way?
Some are very angry. Many of these are like seasoned adventurers who are guards, and even the wizard has appeared.
Hmm.
And a lot of them who know the stories of dragons or have encountered dragons themselves all know about the chromatic evil dragons.
Yeah. That's exactly why Draco already tried to make his way down there.
Don't mind
Nobody
me.
sees Silumir.
Don't mind me.
Not a
I'm
single
just
goddamn person seeing Silumir.
I'm just standing here, sorted my hand on the hilt. I'm just don't mind
Draco,
me.
Draco makes no attempt to hide. He's literally standing in front of the dragon with his arms crossed.
Stilumir's a fucking shadow.
Yeah. Silumir's a fucking shadow. Draco looks at them all and says, I know what you are thinking. Black dragon, evil, blah, blah, blah. Trust me, I know, I've heard it all before. It's okay. I have taken this dragon under my wing.
Can I go for a persuasion and say that we're both looking out for the dragon and making sure it's raised correctly?
As you guys are talking, you hear one say, "Black dragons. I heard they're the sadistic ones." You hear another one. I heard they kill for fun. You hear another one. I heard they steal children at night and then slaughter them in the morning.
And so
Well,
do
I
men.
heard- I
Unlikely
heard-
that you might see the same talk about dragons. Are you sure you're not referring to men when you talk about this?
They look at her and be like, "I think she might be a witch. Is she under the dragon spell?"
Yeah,
Then you hear
that's a
another one. She
dangerous
summoned the
position there.
dragon.
Whoever is like just listening in from outside the tent, being very confused.
Summon? I don't know anything about some sort of summon. I'm a cleric. I can't summon anything.
You hear another person you hear this guy point at her and say, "It's exactly what someone who would summon a dragon would say."
I watched it hatch. Are you going to question me?
If you invite a
Until
dragon here, yes.
Then bring your complaints to me.
Go, princess. Have fun with your food. God damn it, Britt.
I love this way you much.
No! It was gonna be a 20!
Uh-oh.
It was gonna be a 20!
Why couldn't you have let me just roll persuasion? Really, why couldn't you have just let me roll persuasion? You had to go straight to intimidation, huh?
I mean, you can still try for persuasion if you want.
To be fair,
I
intimidation.
guess you've been rolling for every single one individually. You can just make that a group roll, you know.
Like 2 people were intimidated. The rest just all drew weapons.
Okay, as they draw weapons, I'm gonna like.
Then Draco draws his maul.
Yep.
Can I?
go.
As
All these
people are
fucking
drawing
peasants are
weapons,
about to die.
as people are can I like sort of jog
Actually, wait.
over and put like an arm?
Oh wait, hold on.
Careful where you're
actually,
placing yourself there, Drover.
Actually,
I
Draco,
I have to be next to them, and the fireplace is weird. Thank you.
Oh wait, the fireplace was like
can I just like sort of like in a sort of very casual like like it's sort of like trying to be a barrier sort of thing, where you like you very lightly push someone to the side behind you when people are like being aggressive or whatever. And as I do that, can I cast enhance ability Eagle Splendor uh, on on the cleric? I forgot their name briefly. Fuck,
Juliana.
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 Cool.
Uh,
Juliana.
That gives
Actually,
you that gives you
Draco
advantage on
doesn't
all
draw.
charisma checks, Juliana. Please, you
Mhm.
fucking use it.
Mhm.
I
And
just
then
realized.
In that case, while this is all going on, I use bless on myself. Um,
yeah,
I am
so
about to
so
find
so when I don't is this a saving throw for persuasion?
Well, you're
you can
not
make a
really
persuasion check, I
persuaded at
guess.
this point.
Yeah, I'd like to retcon that I don't draw my hammer
I-
because
Too late.
I just
Can-
realized that these are the people I've sworn to protect. So my hands are
Mhm.
actually kind of tied here.
Okay, so in that case, can I try to do my best to persuade all of these people that this black dragon is harmless, and in fact, they have actually been helpful towards their end goals in defeating not only a threat to the entire camp, but a threat more closer to home, given that the guards were, of course, not necessarily undercover, but
What?
not necessarily who they
All right, have a good one.
say they were. The dead bodies and whatnot.
I have no idea what you're trying to say there.
Hey, are you coming back in game?
I'm trying to say that the dragon helped eliminate the giant and also, mutilated the dead bodies of the people that,
Stuff.
I don't
I
think
mean,
that
you
would be too persuasive, but okay.
I'm not saying it persuasively, but she might be.
I do not have the charisma of my character argument.
Can I may I try to convince them?
Why are you putting even more people there?
Because there's more people.
Oh boy.
Some of the people were in the caravans too.
Yep. And don't forget, the carts aren't the only people here. There's other people who were riding on horseback and walking
Right,
with the
yeah.
caravan.
This just messes up my positioning that I had just planned out already, so...
Unfortunately. Oh my god, I wanna
Okay,
defend
that's
the
better.
dragon so bad, but unfortunately, I don't think I can.
In that
Yep.
case, I'm gonna try and persuade them.
Yeah. And don't forget, they're under the effects of Eagle Splendor, which means they're extra charismatic.
Mhm.
Okay, they have advantage.
Mhm.
Go ahead
That's why the
and
mental ones are so boring.
talk to them as the group begins to get closer.
Listen, all of you. You all don't understand what this dragon is capable of. This dragon is special. Its law in nature is to make sure that habitats, wildlife are kept in balance. You all didn't know this, but yesterday I saw that dragon protect all of you. All of you, in addition to these heroes here. No, I don't want to see a single person here talk negatively about a small child. A small, innocent child. Would you say the same about your daughters? Would you say the same about your sons? I heavily doubt so. Please reconsider and allow this dragon to have its upbringing normally. This dragon has a mother. You had a mother.
Give
Please.
me a persuasion.
5 seconds
Advantage.
later, the baby dragon uses acid breath.
Yay! See,
Dra-
look how good my
Draco
advantage
starts
is.
crying.
So in that case, the advantage plus the bless,
Bless is a D4, isn't it?
A D4, yeah.
Yeah.
So
Roll
you
that-
roll a
roll that
d4 and
D4.
let's get added to it then.
And I'm gonna cast it at level 3.
Oh god.
Because, you know, fuck it.
What does that?
Why
This
not?
is kind of, yeah.
Enhance ability is a second level spell.
Well, fuck.
Oh, you can target an additional
What-
creature. I see.
How do I cast it?
It just roll it. Just do slash roll d4. Like type that out in the chat box.
So who are the other two peoples that you? Who
So
are the
what
other
if I roll
creatures
it
that
at-
you bless?
You could oh yeah, but
Hold on,
just,
you can
do
bless
slash
up to
roll
3.
d4.
So if I roll it at level 3, what will it?
If
It
you
doesn't-
cast it at level
Alright.
3, you can. If you cast it at level 3, that just means you can target
Yeah,
3 people. with
it doesn't make it more effective. It just allows you to grant
Oh,
bless to more people at once.
I guess in that case I'll just use normal one. Never mind.
Echo,
Yeah.
I think you were thinking of guidance.
Guidance.
No, bless does this as well. Oh no, yeah. Sorry, yeah. You're thinking of guidance does ability checks, bless does attacks and saving throws. I completely forgot about that.
Yeah.
But this is a saving throw.
No, it's a check.
It's an ability check, not a saving throw.
Yeah.
You're persuading, not saving.
Okay, so I guess guidance,
Which is a cantrip.
which is a cantrip, so D4.
Yeah.
So
it's the
still a
same.
D4.
Yeah.
Alright,
20.
So
So that's a
20.
modified
Hey.
20.
Yeah.
Mhm.
That's not bad. That's not bad.
Mhm.
Many of them begin to listen as they start to
Appreciate the
swords away.
dragon.
Hell,
But,
you convinced Draco. Yeah, he's sitting there kind of crying a little bit. He thought that speech was beautiful.
you convince the wizard. However, another man steps out from one of the closer cards that I forgot to place.
Amazing.
Mhm.
This is a very fancy looking cart.
Oh, for fuck's sake.
Oh,
Very
fuck.
fancy.
I
In
already
fact,
know who it is going to be.
Illimir,
Yep. You don't need to
recognize
talk
this
further.
cart.
I already know what's about to happen. The only question is who is gonna step out of the card now. Which one of the 3 is it gonna be?
It's Big
so the cart
Chungus
opens.
McGee.
A man with
You mean-
long white hair,
Oh fuck. We have
black strange armor, and a black cloak steps out.
we're doomed,
Eyes
aren't we?
piercing blue as people seem to step out of his way.
Oh my god, it's an edgy anime OC.
No, it's even
He
worse.
steps forward-
It's
he
even
steps
worse. Oh
forward
no.
and he says, "Your words mean quite a lot,
It's
and I
Draven.
agree with you. In fact, I've been searching quite a while for this egg. If this is the egg I think it was, this egg was stolen from its mother and its mother killed. I specialize in draconic raising. I've raised many guard drakes for many people across the lands of the Sword Coast. Not to mention I've been there for many births and dragonborn and half dragons. And I'm actually friends with many dragons themselves. I think in benefits of all here, I think it'd be best if you were to place that dragon with me. And I know many
Are
here would
you?
agree with me. And actually, you actually see some, they actually do so. They do say, they're like, Draven is one to know drag. He says,
And Dra-
yes, Draco. Yes,
in Draconic, he says, "Are you?"
he responds in Draconic. He says, there.
Well, he passed my test. So I don't know what to do
Passed
here,
your
guys.
test. He
Sorry.
spoke a language.
He said a modifier in a language he doesn't speak currently.
And Belgar, in fact, Belgar, while you look at him, you see what looks like the symbol of Bahamut etched into his armor.
Oh my. Well, yeah, he definitely passed my fucking test. Because obviously I have the symbol of Bahamut, around my neck as well. I noticed this? I'm like, Bahamut.
Doesn't
Oh,
make
we
sense.
worship the same deity.
He says, I am a devout follower of the Platinum Serpent. And I do very much follow the ways of justice.
Why don't I have Zone of Truth? Why don't I have Polymorph? Ah!
In that case, Juliana looks down at the dragon and says, "You go. Have food. Young man, help."
And the dragon looks at him, says, "Help?" And he responds, "Help, young one."
I sneakily
Uh,
make my way over behind this cart so far.
By
he
by
says,
stepping on every stick in the process.
he says, he says, "Not friend, uh, slave to your majesty." And you see the black dragon lift its head almost excitedly as it starts pulling towards him.
Wait.
I don't
I let it.
understand.
I let the baby dragon out of my arms and let them on the ground.
And then he says in common, "Black dragons are very powerful. They see themselves above the rest, so it seems to appease to their innate nature of dominance by showing submission." And as the little dragon comes to him, he pets it and he walks with it. And as he does, you see three three guards sort of walk next to him as he brings the dragon into his cart. He says, "Thank
Oh,
you."
well, before he
Lady
leaves,
Julie.
I'd like to just ask one thing to him. As Draco, I will ask, can you help him understand that certain evils shouldn't be portrayed? Oh, how do I say it? I'm basically asking if he'll try to raise it to be good. And that's all Draco wants.
says he says, "To the best of my ability, black dragons have been known to resist many things such as that. However, I have found that by changing their view of what their horde can be, can drastically change the way of how they protect things." And he says, "In many cases, if you teach a baby dragon that its horde is the people that it cares about it, then it will fight to its last breath to keep that horde safe."
No idea how
One
stealthily
more
I
thing.
managed to make my way over there, but I'm gonna stick my head into the cart basically while they're over there, hopefully distracted, and get a look at the cart basically. See what's up in there, what's going on.
As you look inside the cart, uh, you don't see anything. As you look through the window, it looks almost as if the cart isn't there.
Alright.
In fact, as you see the baby dragon actually step in. As it steps into the cart, it vanishes.
I guess I believe him.
Shit.
CR?
You
I
tell
rolled
me.
11 on insight.
An insight. He is just glowing to you. He is amazing as a person. He's charismatic. He's nice, and he seems to really know what he's talking about. Like,
Can I make an insight check too?
You sure
I
can.
don't know what to do here.
He says, "I'm gonna get ready and prepare for us to leave."
Well, you seem like a charming young man, and I hope that you take care of our little princess.
Of
By
course,
Bahamut,
ma'am.
I believe you.
And Juliana, to you as well. He seems like a really upstanding guy.
How unique is this card compared to the others in terms of
This is
looks?
actually this is the same unique cart that you saw at Baldur's Gate. The
Okay,
very
so
fancy
it
looking.
definitely stands out among the caravan.
It does. And in
Wait,
fact,
Okay,
while you
has this cart been with us the whole time?
yes.
Draco asks.
and he says, "Of course. As for your," and he pulls out a piece of paper that you recognize because you've passed it out. He says, "As for your wording of your letter of how you wanted this convoy to go, you wanted the VIPs, nobles, and hires to remain towards the middle back of the caravan, in order for protection and avoidance of any thieves, monster attacks, robbers or
I
dangerous.
apologize. I forgot. It's been a trying few weeks for. My
No,
apologies.
no problems. No problems. You've done amazing. And when we get to Waterdeep, my employer does wish to pay you a little bit more handsomely. We heard about the forest.
Yes, that was hard. I have to drop by the temple of. Oh God damn it. What's the paladin's name? God. I have to drop by her temple to give him the news. Is what I say.
He says, no problem. He said, don't worry about it. Focus on the now. And I know that her temple will be very grateful that you.
I've got
Oh, what
nothing.
you mean,
Fuck.
thingy's god, the paladin.
Guys, I'm
Yes, Amelia's
panicking. I don't know
goddess,
what to do
yes.
here.
Yeah, which is
The Lady of Pain. Yeah.
Leviathan. There we go.
Yeah, I would, because
Mm.
Draco's taken it upon himself to deliver that news to that temple.
I like the
Because
idea we arrive at the temple and we get greeted by her. It'd be funny. Just there, chilling, because she doesn't die.
she's an ASMR. They have some fucking freaky voodoo magic and shit.
Oh wow, Gilmere is invisible.
So he's
Just-
doing his fucking best to recon and get his ass around. That works. All right.
Yeah,
as
basically
he,
just making my way away from the cart and rejoining the group of people.
He gives you both a bow. You see as he steps into the cart, and the cart begins to pull off and find its way back inside, back in line with the rest of the caravan.
Good spells to use right now.
I wish I had something, but no.
I could
Well,
grow
now
some
that
plants
he-
in front of it. I could batter
Now-
it with a bunch of birds.
Too many people.
Now that
around.
all the excitement is over, let's get ready to move, people. I say to the caravan as a whole.
They all agree and start moving back to their respected carts and loading up. Fires get put out, tents get put away.
I turn to Draco and give him some, give him
Don't.
some encouragement.
Oh.
I look at him and say,
What are you laughing for?
I'm sorry, Echo. You can't just say I give him,
Some.
"What?
Well,
I was,
I
going to give him protection from evil and good."
Hey, I don't care what you call it when you're in bed. All right.
Well, I mean that's
Listen.
perfectly fine. She can
He's
give
protecting his evil
Draco.
and his good.
She can give Draco whatever she wants at
Draco.
this point because Draco trusts her.
I appreciate your service and thank you for standing up for me. Would you mind if I at least give you some protective charms?
Mr. Legit said bow chicka bow.
Draco will look a bit confused, and say, "My lady, you do not need to give me anything. It is my job. It is my sworn duty to protect this caravan."
As the crowd disperses, Salamir just walks past
Of
them and
course.
whispers to them as he passes. Was a terrible idea to leave the dragon with you. Huh?
What did you say?
Continues walking.
I'm sorry, Silamir, what did you say?
If you didn't catch it, that's fine.
That's fine. Yeah. I was gonna
Wasn't
say.
that important?
I also didn't catch it, but it wasn't towards me anyway, so I don't care.
All right, as you guys load up and prepare,
Mhm.
you guys start heading out. About a week's
You were there, Silamir. You were in the nursery. Could have
weeks
spoke up.
away from Waterdeep. As you guys get even.
Yes, a week away. My lady, I'm so close. Sorry.
Phrasing.
And as you guys
Maddie!
I'm not the one who said it.
Everyone's attention to it. Come on.
damn it, Smitty. I can't, would you?
Oh my god.
But you can't without me either.
I know I know I've already made the pun, but like since Draco is like slightly late, does that make him a bad dragon?
What?
What does that have to do
No.
with being late?
Okay, on
Because
topic.
being late is bad.
On topic. Asto, we're moving on.
Anyways, if you have to know Velga, Silamir whispered under his breath as he passed you, guess it was a terrible idea to leave the dragon with you.
Oh. Well, go fuck yourself. If you were there, you could have said something. That's your bad.
Not while
Blame
we're surrounded by the entire freaking campsite, no.
Well, I mean, again, that's your bad. Don't blame me.
Hey, listen, I didn't know what reputation dragons had. Especially baby ones.
Oh,
Booze.
you also have to remember that Draco sees the symbol of Bahamut, which is, loyalty and good. And, he just,
Gosh, realize this
well,
was a false
maybe
flag attack.
blindly, maybe a bit blindly will trust him.
It played out how it played out. No need to argue about it.
Mm-hmm.
Can I just mention this was quite literally a false flag attack because the cultist of Tiamat was pretending to be a Bahamut person.
Well, I don't know that.
I know you
We
don't.
know
yeah.
that you didn't
That's the
know.
whole point of it being a false flag attack.
Well, shit.
Continuing
Oh
on.
my god, wait a minute. He called Bahamut a serpent.
He did.
Too late now.
Yes.
Too
I
late
mean,
now.
Tiamat also isn't a serpent. I think he might just mean serpent as in dragon. Because
Exactly what he meant, but if you know anything about other followers of Bahamut, he is the platinum worm, not the platinum serpent.
Yeah. Oh,
Yeah,
that's a good point.
I just put that together right now, and I'm very upset.
I like the idea that Volgar is like he's walking back to his tent, and he thinks, and he's like, "Fuck."
He's like, son of a bitch.
Hopefully.
I'm trying to find a good Roll20 Waterdeep map. Does anyone know a good one?
I've only seen the city overlay, so
I was about
Yeah.
to say, do you just want the city
Yeah.
map or?
Yeah,
I'll
the
look.
Waterdeep city. Because I was gonna send it to her anyways. I just need the whole city, or at least like half of the city.
I know the map of the sewers of Waterdeep. Does that help?
No, that doesn't help at all. Okay,
There's
well,
an there is an interactive Waterdeep map as well, but
depending on which gate we come
But
to, is
it's-
Draco's
it's-
first action.
I'll send the interactive gate in the chat. I don't know if we're gonna use. I don't know if we'd use it or not. Look.
are there built-in maps to Roll20?
I don't think
Depends
so.
on
I think
depends on
I
which
think if you
books you buy.
the thing, yeah,
Very well.
yeah, interactive.
That's
map.
not gonna help us though.
I know, but it's something.
That's not gonna help though.
Hmm.
Home, sweet home.
Well, while we grab that, guys, let's go ahead and take a good 15-20-minute break. You guys grab some snacks, grab some drinks, and come on back and we'll hang out.
Sent another map
Oh,
to
hell.
your.
Alright, I guess
Hell
we'll do
yeah.
that then. Well then, time for a quick little
Sorry,
break.
Smatty. Sorry that I'm an idiot.
It's
no.
okay. I mean, I'm pretty sure that
Listen,
Draco didn't really
playing
have
the
any way of
Jordan-
knowing that so far, and yeah.
By implying that you're an idiot, you're implying that I'm an idiot too.
I mean,
Well,
Oh,
no.
no.
I'm saying about the whole. I should have reckoned. Draco would have recognized that
Oh,
he said
gotcha.
serpent, and not worm, because that's clearly
Gotcha.
a
Well,
thing.
he is
and,
tired, he is suffering from a hangover, and he is...
that
you know.
is very, very true. I probably just didn't piece it together.
And let's not forget, this man was very charismatic, and even with
Oh yeah.
Even with
Juliana,
my wisdom, yeah.
even with Juliana's very high insight roll, he still
Mhm.
came off very very charming and truthful.
Mm-hmm.
This is
Oh yeah, we did roll that, didn't we?
Yep. I just wanted to be extra sure in case we were being deceived, because you did get an 11, which I was
Wha-
like, I don't think that's enough to like tip it over. If anything was being deceitful, I don't think that's enough.
Well,
And I have
the problem,
you know,
the issue is I have a -2 in wisdom.
I have
Yeah.
I have a +3 in wisdom, so
I have. Are we going to be comparing wisdom scores? Because I have a +4 in wisdom.
cool, Osto.
Yeah,
were you
thanks for
gonna
telling us.
inspect them?
No.
Were you gonna, yeah, so that doesn't matter.
All right. Anyway,
Exactly.
break time.
So, break time.
Yeah, let's get some snacks and stuff before we let this drag on.
Yeah. Goodbye. A bit.
Alright then. Well, I'm gonna take a little break, so make sure to refill your drinks, grab some snacks, go to the bathroom if necessary, and we'll be right back here with everybody again, I guess. So, yeah. Alright. Ah, boy. Of course they had to throw that in there at the end, huh? God damn it. Didn't even want us to keep the Black Dragon, huh? Oh well. There's only so much we can do to defend against that kind of stuff. Especially after Juliana, well, gets the attention of the entire frickin' camp on her by just casually strolling through it with a Black Dragon in tow. Well, I guess that's the situation that we're at when we arrive at Waterdeep in a few minutes. Or a few hours more of travel, I guess. Anyways, what do you guys think about this mess so far? This is... this entire thing is turning sideways again. And I do not like it. How are we supposed to get out of this? Seriously? Ah, bye. Now they have a baby Black Dragon at their disposal as well. That's not gonna make any future encounter easier.
Beverly Hills was where I met you. Driving the 1990 red coupe. Hands in the air and music blasting. And my heart was pounding, heart was pounding. Wind in my hair and we were laughing.
And I am the first one back.
I've been here for a while, but
Well, shit. It's like everyone. What'd you say, motherfucker? Everyone's back. I went and grabbed myself some Chef Boyardee. Because orangey is the best.
you know what I should do? I should grab myself some bread. Just a straight hot dog roll.
Get that bread. Feed the duck inside you.
I have 2 hot dog buns. Oh.
Yeah, I just told my uncle how much I just fucked up right now, and he's like, well, that's just how it
Yeah.
goes sometimes.
Cinemis gonna give you some shit for that in a minute.
Silmir doesn't have the right.
Oh, he definitely does.
No, he doesn't. It wasn't your egg to begin with, so...
Isn't gonna stop him to make a snarky comment about it.
Oh well. Well... yeah, as long as you're prepared for the repercussions of that snarky comment.
To be fair, Juliana probably didn't care anyway.
I can tell that Jacko and
Because-
Sidney are gonna have a swimming relationship.
That anger versus anger. It never works out well.
Oh no, it's not anger. It's definitely not anger on Sylvia's side.
Draco's pure rage and anger. So if you
It's
want
more like-
to keep running your mouth at him,
Yeah,
it
it's more like
will
just
run to
snarkiness.
PvP.
I'm prepared for any of that. If you wanna take a swing at
Even
me,
though
go
I
for
know,
it.
I know I'm gonna lose though. That's the problem.
I mean, depends.
Even with rage. Yeah, you just outclassed me.
Nah, not necessarily. Like, there's
I
still
do
plenty
know.
of dice rolls involved. It can go anyways. Like, and given how shit I am at hitting things,
That is very true. I might win. Still, I'd rather not. It's my first D&D game. I really don't want to be PvPing. Expect plenty of argument, though.
I consider that to be a fun kind of PvP as well sometimes. As long as we don't take it
Well,
too personal.
because in Draco's mind right now, he did the best possible thing for the dragon. But of course, in his mind right now, he doesn't realize that he just pretty much gave away.
Yeah, I mean, to be fair,
Also,
the dragon was lost the
also-
moment that Juliana strolled through the camp out in the open with it. Like,
yeah,
the moment that happened, there was no way that we were gonna be able to keep that dragon. Either we're gonna have to kill it on the spot, or, well, that happened. Which, honestly, I think killing it on the spot would have been the better outcome.
well, to be fair, it was either let the dude take him, or the crowd was going to kill it. So, I mean, she persuaded the Red Wizard and like a couple other people, but there were still people there that were pretty pissed off about it.
Still, I think having to kill it there would have been the better outcome for us. Because now, well, guess who has the new black dragon?
It's okay. We're fine. We're fine. As I said, we're fine. Black dragons may be powerful and all that bullshit, but they're not as strong as bronze dragons. And bronze dragons will fight for you if you pay them. Well, bronze dragons will fight for you if the cause is noble.
Oh yeah,
And you can pay them.
let us just spend a few months searching for bronze dragon while they're over there summoning Tiamat. Sure, let's go and do that. That's not gonna backfire on us at all.
No, there are bronze dragons near Waterdeep. Says so in the lore.
Well, if you know where to find them, if you can locate them, maybe.
They're coastal dragons.
If
They're
they don't
pretty
just-
easy to find, actually.
If they
you
don't
know
just
what you're
happen to
looking
be
for.
out and about on another assignment. Like,
And I understand that, but you also remember that Draco does have some impressive resources.
yeah, but it would still hinge on if these resources are available. Like, there's a lot going on in the world. It's
I understand that, but see, this is probably the biggest problem with my character, is that he could, ask for favors. It'd be just weird. It's hard. It's hard to roleplay it out. I mean, it isn't hard to roleplay it out because they've known him for so long. I don't know. I just don't want to look like I'm power modding or something. That's my biggest obstacle.
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of the disadvantage that comes with creating a character that theoretically has already been through all sorts of adventures, and now the stats don't really quite line up with what you would think he'd be capable of given his backstory.
Yeah. Well, no, I actually no. remember when I took off my clothing, and I told you about the
scars and all that shit?
the giant scoop of flesh? Yeah. Those actually weakened him constitutionally. He was actually a higher level, and he dropped levels. If that makes sense. Not in D&D terms, or not in the life terms, obviously, but in D&D terms, I guess.
Right.
Yeah, he used to be much more impressive, but since that injury, since we're out of character, I can say, by the Crown of Horns, yeah. Oh, and I don't know how far we're getting into Waterdeep today, but because one of the first things Draco wants to do when he gets into Waterdeep is something that I've been sitting on for quite a while. Information, storyline wise, that you guys are gonna either like or be like, oh my god, another one of these characters, huh?
I mean, my main objective is, well, if we get into Waterdeep, it's probably gonna be a case of, okay, keep track of where the heck these cultists are going. Maybe if we get the chance, meet up with our contacts and let them know that, hey, they are here now, we need help, because they have a black dragon now.
Also, well, yeah, that's...
And
Draco, though, still doesn't understand what he's done. So Draco's first thing is he's going to want to visit the graveyard. Do you remember what Draco told you?
definitely not all of it.
About how his wife killed somebody important to him?
Yeah, I know. I recall that part. In part.
Well, he's going to want to visit the graveyard.
Well, go ahead and do that,
might
I guess.
find out.
I'm not gonna stop you.
You might
I've
find
got other
out.
shit to do.
Oh, what? So no RP. Okay.
Also, did you note the other? Did you note the 10 GP that you got from the drinking contest?
Yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Actually, I almost refused it, but then I was like, I only have 10 gold.
Yeah, I mean,
Like,
you're
literally, that's
probably
all I
gonna
had
get a
was-
nice payday from the caravan thing. Maybe minus a bit because part of the caravan probably died in the forest fire. But yeah.
I don't think that matters.
just
Technically-
change
no,
change the dossier a little bit to say like, no, the caravan was always this small.
No, technically speaking, the carriages that were lost were dragon cultist carriages. And
no, definitely
and
not
our lead.
exclusively. And even if they were
Hold
still
on,
part
I
of the
was
regularly
talking.
scheduled caravan.
Yeah, I was talking. All we lost were the dragon cultist carriages and Amelia's carriage.
Those were the ones that we saw.
There were
No,
lots more carriages in that forest. Also, the first person that died in the forest
No,
was just some
we
random
left.
woman.
No, we left most of the caravan outside.
Yeah, but,
Yeah,
there
but
were
it is still
quite a
possible
few
that there were more
caravans.
carriages in there that we didn't see as we went past there.
No, we
Like-
only took 6 carriages to clear the path.
And we only saw that 2 of them had cultists. I don't see what your point is.
Yeah.
Wait, actually, no. No, we lost 5 carriages.
Yeah,
Oh,
and
yeah,
we,
yeah,
and we
yeah.
only know that 1 or at most 2 of them had cultists on them.
Yeah.
So yeah.
Either way, I mean, the majority
Yeah,
made it through. You expect some carriages to fuck off when you're traveling long distances.
I don't know about that.
I like the idea. We just say, "Oh no, no, they just left. They went somewhere else. It's fine."
They decided
Don't
to go
worry.
somewhere else just spontaneously. Yes.
Yeah, no,
Listen.
they went to Ibiza.
Yeah. Nobody's
I'm
gonna
an
come looking
adventurer.
for them because their family is expecting them to arrive or something. No.
Well, that's why Draco was trying to get the identities of everybody because he needs to inform them. But to be fair, it is an adventure. So when you sign on with a caravan like this, you sign on to take the risk.
I don't remember
I
signing
can't-
a waiver when I entered that caravan.
Yeah, you did. To protect Bade in his carriage.
No, there was a contract.
Again-
I got hired to drive. There was no waiver in there.
Well, there is, unfortunately. Sorry that you didn't sign it. That also means that you don't have to pay anything, so good on you.
Oh, I don't have to pay anything? Nice.
You're getting paid. You're a
Yeah,
guard.
I mean, I'm getting paid anyways.
The point I'm trying to make is that on an adventure, things happen. I can't be expected to get everyone there. That's just
That kind of
an
is the
impossible
expectation, though.
No, it's not.
No,
I got the
you made-
majority.
you made it up.
I got the majority there. And plus, that dragon dude said that we did a good job, and he's going to be paying me extra, which I don't even know how.
Imagine being some guy like, imagine being like a husband or a family father, working 5 years in Baldur's Gate away from his family in Waterdeep, finally making enough money to get back there and afford his family a home, and on the way back home he just dies in a forest fire.
He was probably killed by a spider, to be honest. The forest fire. I don't know if the forest fire actually killed anyone.
Look, okay, look.
Same
Astro.
difference. Just
It was.
doesn't
it was a
make
joke.
it back home, and the family's just in Waterdeep like, where's my husband? Where's my father?
this is why
and Draco just goes, yeah, no,
Draco has-
they signed up for this adventure. That's expected to happen. That some people
They
die on the way.
signed the waivers.
I
they signed onto the contract.
tried to get everyone back safely. Okay, I can't be expected to get everyone there. I did my absolute best.
I don't think they're just gonna go, alright, well, guess we're living on the street now.
Well, that's fucking their bad. They should have had a stronger father
Oh.
instead of a weak ass fucking peasant bitch.
Damn.
I think that is. What was your alignment again?
I'm lawful good.
That does not sound lawful good to me.
In the eyes of the law, I did nothing wrong.
Yes,
Therefore,
in
I'm
the
good.
eyes of the law, I did nothing wrong. I did my absolute best to get everyone here.
So do tell me, what are the characteristics of lawful good characters?
Depends, because it's kind of up to the person playing the character, to be honest.
So what makes someone lawful good?
I would say
my view on lawful good is somebody who strives to do everything they can to protect those he cares about.
I don't know if that's lawful good. That's just good.
Yeah, I mean,
Yeah.
lawful good
Yeah.
would be
But
upholding
I
the law and
not
following
according.
any-
It doesn't have to be according to the law. That's like a.
Yeah, no, but it's a case of they in a general speaking, it would be upholding the law and
Yeah.
any rules that they bind themselves to.
Yeah, that's why I think Draco is actually lawful good, because he's at least lawful neutral, because he does bind himself to his oaths of like protection and stuff.
Yeah, that would be
So in that
lawful
case,
neutral.
what would lawful neutral be?
Obeying whatever rules and principles guide you without without morality getting in the way, essentially.
Okay, and what would lawful evil be?
So like Lawful evil would be abusing systems of stuff to
exploiting
to gain
exploiting the
power.
rules basically to their own advantage as best as they can.
Mm.
Okay.
So it's just like just because a tyrant is following all the rules for a leader does not make him not a tyrant.
Yeah,
in
it would
sort of
be
way.
basically just actively looking for loopholes and being like, yeah, no, this is according to the contract. I'm allowed to do this stuff, so I'm gonna do this.
Devils are also lawful evil, where they will use laws to their own advantage. They will construct order to their own advantage.
Yeah,
True. Okay,
they'll twist your.
So
They're politicians and lawyers, lawful evil. That's all you need to know.
okay.
I don't know if I
Well-
would put lawyers into that basket, but
No, they. I guess
to be fair,
not all
to be
lawyers.
fair, lawyers, whether they be on the defendants or the other ones.
I feel like
fucking-
lawyers would fall more onto the lawful neutral
the
area
prosecution, it does,
because
lawful
Yeah.
neutral
Yeah,
and
lawful
lawful
neutral.
evil usually. Yeah.
there's the prosecution and there's the defense. I think.
Prosecution, yeah. So,
Well,
so
I
the pro-
mean,
like, doesn't matter if they're prosecution or defense. Honestly, lawyers can be pretty fucking evil. They can
That
also
is
be pretty fucking good.
Yeah.
It's
you know,
honestly
it's
about who's
more of a-
paying more.
not no, that's not.
Not necessarily,
You
but
guys seem to have a
you know,
weird concept of how lawyers and that system works.
let's say, not too knowledgeable about law.
You know what I just
Fair enough.
realized?
That you're a cutie.
Oh, hello, Sierra.
Like,
I mean,
I mean,
I'm ruggedly handsome, but whatever. No, I just realized that Ciora gave me, or sorry, the champion Goliath had a battle axe of dragon slaying,
Mm.
and Draco's a dragonborn, and it's funny.
Yes, the DM mentioned this when you tried to attune to it.
I know. I'm just saying that it's funny.
Okay.
Although since Dragonborn don't technically have the dragon creature type, it didn't do anything to him.
I
even though he's a dragon,
understand.
technically.
It's just. I just thought it was funny.
That's not what he's That's not what he's saying. He's just saying it's a funny set of circumstances.
Yes.
Yeah, but the DM said it
similar
was
to
funny
how
earlier.
a swashbuckler somehow got his hands on, a freaking moonblade, which
Oh look,
Yeah.
tends to
I
be
can't
used
figure
by
out how to
the high
individually-
nobility.
I can't figure out how to individually turn people up. So
You right click on
right-click
them in
them?
Discord, and then you have the user volume slider.
I am
Mhm.
using a phone.
Well, I don't know how to do
I
that.
think you hold over them? Fine.
Alan, thank you for the sub. 5 months, jeez. Does not feel like 5 months.
Big old months.
Oh, no audio.
Hang on. I realized I had myself muted.
Good job.
On his
don't-
on stream,
don't-
I see.
Don't good job me.
Yeah.
Good job, Silver.
Yeah, well, thank
Good
you.
job.
Thank you for the 5-month subscription. I am the big dumb.
Yes.
Also, Bongo thought you were Sil.
What?
Or actually, Bongo thought Sil was you. Keep that in mind for later. So I'm motivated. I'm gonna dance tonight. I just finished watching the video that Fia did, showcasing all the VR chat dancers, and seeing Azuki and then seeing my girl Dada on there. Like, hey,
Mm-hmm.
I have no
Made me
idea
so
what
happy.
you're going on about right now, but sure.
Can I join you?
of course, yes, please do. I also have Joe Caldra, the world's greatest Caldra, who is a dancer, who was a dancer, has never been to FBT Haven, so gotta.
I barely remember what that is.
Well, if
It's,
you're not a
it's
VR
a
chat player, I don't
world in
expect you to
VR
know.
chat where
Hmm.
people like to go to
I can't
dance.
play VR chat. It doesn't work on my PC.
I already have Ciora set to maximum.
Oh, dang.
Turn everyone else down then. That would
I'm
work.
just. Oh, hey, I do want to point out though that I am partially deaf, so
Oh, okay.
that's also could be a factor in this.
Yeah, probably.
Fun-
Snuggies,
I mean,
how you-
I'm using Skull Candy earbuds, so I'm doing the best I can.
Ooh, Snuggies, it's
No
coming
idea
out.
what those
Well,
are.
never mind. I was saying it came out nicely, and then it made itself super. Are you still messing with it?
What happens if I convert this to a PNG?
So Snuggies
Bad
is messing with the
things.
map right now. So I mean,
How are you converting it to a PNG?
Just exporting it. Boop.
I wonder which gate we're gonna come into. It really affects what roleplay I'm gonna do.
We're gonna come from the southwest.
Are we?
No,
at the
Yeah.
Maybe.
Oh, are we?
that got
What?
blown up
Does
to
not?
30 megabytes. That's definitely not what I want it to be. I mean, I guess I could cut off Undercliff maybe. Would it be okay if I cut off Undercliff?
That's important. Undercliff is important. What are you talking about?
It's really not.
I mean, yeah, I know. But
I mean,
it's
there's the
important.
Snow Beetle, Orchard, and Midori. That's gonna be kind of important, yeah.
So where did we came? We came from. Where did we come from?
We're gonna be coming from the north, I'm pretty sure.
No. What city did we come from again? I can't
We
remember.
traveled from Baldur's Gate up to Waterdeep, so we're definitely gonna approach from the high road, which leads us to the south gate.
Yes, we come from. We're going through the south gate. Yeah.
Okay,
So we would
so
have
yeah,
passed Trollclaw Fjord and Dragonspear Castle. Well, that's
Yeah,
a bit
so-
off of the road, and the Way Inn, and Draggerford, and Nightstone.
it doesn't
Alright,
need to be
so
numbered.
sorry.
Don't fight with it. Just as long as it's able to be on roll 20, we can.
Okay,
skip it.
I know which roleplay I have to do now.
That's good.
Because right next to the south entrance is the City of the Dead.
It's not right next to the south entrance. It's close to
sure?
Rivergate. It's in like the middle of it's in like the middle of the city. The south gate is in near the dock
Hold on.
ward.
Hold on one second.
I'll
Yeah, the
send you.
south
Do you want me
gate's-
to?
I'm saying in correlation to the other things that I need to do.
Right. Okay. Fair enough.
City,
the Rivergate
or-
is the closest gate to the City of the Dead, though.
yeah, in correlation to what Draco has to do while he's here, the graveyard is the closest thing, I believe. Hold on, let me.
What is he? What sort of things does he want to do? Because I have a map that's interactive here.
Well, I don't want to say
Oh, that's fair.
because it contains spoilers.
Okay. Well, if he's
I-
going
besides,
to...
I literally just found a map.
Let's see how big
Oh,
is this?
do you want me
Oh
to
my God,
send- do you
that's
want- do you want me to send you the Do you want me to send you the interactive map?
No.
It is still 18
Oh, but it's got clicky bits.
What's up, Smitty?
that is still 18 megabytes. That's still too big.
Wow.
Sorry, there's a god catcher in Waterdeep.
I don't know if does Roll20 support WebP pictures.
Mm.
Nobody knows.
I've never tried.
South. Oh wait, no. I think. Oh no. Okay. Understood. Fuck off, game.
I wonder if we're gonna visit Deepwater Isle, or even Stormhaven Isle.
Well, unfortunately,
There's not really any reason
that
to, but
role
they
play is gonna be put on hold.
Pinky, Jiff, and JPEG up by great. Well, let's see if this gets any smaller when I export this as a GIF, maybe.
Sorry for the wait, everybody.
I have a feeling
we're
I can-
struggling with the mapping issues.
Okay.
Oh, that's 5.79.
I can imagine
Export this
why.
JPEG, maybe? This is
Ah,
gonna
let
shoot
me
the
mute
resolution
myself.
to shit, isn't it? I mean, that brings us down to 3.5 megabytes, so...
I can imagine why, I can imagine why he's going to the... I can imagine where in the City of the Dead he'd be going. Considering.
What'd you say, Oscar?
I can imagine where he's going in the City of the Dead.
Oh
What you
yeah,
know about it.
it's the graveyard.
Yes,
I've already
but
said that.
it's split into multiple parts. And I'm saying I can guess which bit he's going to.
I actually didn't know that. I thought the City of the Dead was just a giant graveyard.
Nope, there's different parts for different people.
Dargo.
There's the Mariners Rest, Hall of Heroes, Hall of Sages, Lord's Respite. There's the Monument, but that doesn't really count. The Merchant's Rest, the Rest of I can't pronounce his name, Aharian, the Sulcher Vault, Rhodes End, and the Deep Winter Vault, and then there's the main bit, which is the House of the Homeless, which is where everyone else fucking goes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Shit. I actually don't know where. Well, I mean, obviously my character would, but.
I was gonna say I think Amelia would go into the Hall of Heroes because they died in battle, and that's kind of what that's for.
Well, that's not why I'm going to the graveyard.
Oh, well then, never mind.
Well, either way. We'll still use messages with this. We'll push forward. We'll end stream once we get to a certain area, and then we'll call it a day. And then next stream we'll have this map fixed and set up to make life a little bit easier. Alright. So, as you guys are, you do see Waterdeep slowly over the horizon. It's about a 2 days travel from where you're at. It's been about 3 days since you guys had,
sorry, we're
left
continuing
camp
already?
Yeah.
Yep.
Okay, let me...
It's been 3 days since you found, since Gemna showed you the curled bone with a needle inside of it.
Okay. Yeah, that thing. Yeah.
And
I
guys-
would be using good berry to help, make sure everyone has food. Because one berry, it makes 10 berries, and one berry can sustain a person for an entire day. So like,
Yes. Anyways. As the night falls and everyone sleeps and rests in their caravan or in their cart for the night to stay on the road and get ready to move. As day begins to break, you all begin to hear shouting coming from the caravan itself.
oh yeah.
Draco
I'm
leaps
shouting.
immediately into action.
As you step outside, you see a crowd gathering, and as you do, as you go to investigate, you see, it looks like one of the wagon guards was murdered. There's a large wound in his back. Seems to be someone had attacked him from behind.
Out of the way! Out of the way! And I want to inspect and see what kind of weapon caused this injury.
Go ahead and roll investigation.
Oh God!
That's a 0.
0. Oh hey, I'd like to say it's the middle of the night. It doesn't matter. Just go. I don't know. I don't know what sword combat is.
You're you're looking at it. You're like, ah, shit, that's a lot of blood. You could always grab a cleric who might know.
I mean, I have so many scars over my body. I'm all trying to compare. I'm just like, no, it's not that one.
Just holding different body parts of yours next to it, like, yeah, that doesn't fit. Maybe this one? That kind of looks like it.
Draco's medical experience is everything that's happened to him.
Actually, can I try? Can I try for a medicine? But or never mind.
Nah, not that
Never mind.
investigation.
Yeah, that's cheating. Sorry.
You can call for a cleric to help you.
I don't know how important. Did anybody see anything? I call to the crowd.
What's the crowd?
Probably
really-
the murderer.
Everyone just sort of looks around, and another one just goes, "You killed them. You killed my friends. Why? Who would do this? There's not a monster. Everything was quiet and easy. Why? Who?" In fact, Stilmir, do you go and check on the body, or do you go there to look at everything?
I mean, where is it?
It's about 3 carts behind yours.
I mean, sure, I guess we can't really move forward until this is resolved, so yeah, I'm gonna walk over
Juliana,
there.
do you go as well?
Hmm?
Juliana,
Mm-hmm.
do you go to the crowd because you hear someone is hurt?
Sure. Absolutely.
Duova,
Mm-hmm.
do you go as well?
Yeah.
All right. Silmir, as you and everyone begin to walk forward, Juliana, the body is in front of you. You see Bloodgar staring at himself, like pointing at scars and going, "No, that's not it. No, that's not it."
I turn to the bawling man, and stand by his side and say, "Do you know this man?"
He was my brother, so to speak.
Your
We've been through a
brother.
lot together.
Your brother in arms, I presume.
Correct.
Ah, I know the feeling well.
And you,
Well,
my lady, can you tell us what weapon killed him?
I can certainly try. I hand over,
Speak with Dad.
I go over to the,
You can
to the
do
corpse.
investigation or a medicine check.
I'll do medicine.
Okay.
16.
16. Wow. Yeah. Looking at it, it looks like I forgot to change my screen. Here we go. It looks as if he's been murdered by a short sword, stabbed through the
Short
back, as if someone had just ran a blade through him from back to front and pulled it out.
Draco looks at his wrist. Oh, yeah, that checks out.
God.
I'm sorry.
Well, short swords are pretty common.
Can I, being careful to preserve the body, try to remove the short sword?
There is no short sword in him. That's what it looks like. Did that
That's what
day.
it looks like did that, okay. Okay.
We're close to Waterdeep. Do you?
That in mind, I guess I return or stand up at least before attempting to go back over to the young man.
Yeah, I think Draco would try to, give him a clasp on the shoulder and say, "Don't worry, we are close. We are so close to our destiny." I'm sorry that I could not save him. I'm sorry that we were sleeping, and
The elf
you can
girl,
see he's upset.
yeah, the elf woman comes out and she says, "It was him. It was that half breed. Look, he even carries the short sword. He carries the moon blade, the very blade known for slaughtering people and killing others."
And you witnessed this?
And she just gets quiet. She says, "No, but I know that sword.
Then
also
shut
carry it.
up.
And I go down to the young man on a knee and say, "Young man, as far as I'm aware, your friend, your brother, died painlessly. Can I roll for persuasion?"
You sure can.
Stop.
Oh, 11.
What are you trying to persuade him? Yeah.
I was trying to persuade him to be a little bit
Maybe.
more enlightened to his brother's death. But, oh well.
I mean, it's better than average.
It is, but that's with +4, so.
This has been the first roll.
Well, I highly.
Yeah, today's not been Draco's day.
I'm fairly certain that there's
Either.
gonna be plenty of people who can vouch for where I've been around this. What is it? What's the time? Evening, morning, night?
It's just supposed to be morning. It's like 5 in the morning. Sun's about to rise.
No, okay, yeah. I'm fairly certain that there's some people
Also,
who can
Juliana.
vouch for where I've been resting.
Yeah.
Juliana,
So
as you put your hands on the body to feel it and search it, the body still feels slightly warm.
Okay.
That
In
implies
that
none of the blood
sense,
why are we
in
getting
that
ourselves
sense,
pulled into a murder mystery here?
in that sense, it would likely be. This is me talking out of character here. It would likely be that either the sun was the thing that was keeping it warm, or that it was killed recently within the past 3 hours.
And the blood is still
The sun hasn't
very
risen
liquidy.
yet, so
Oh, the sun hasn't risen? Sorry.
It's on the verge of rising.
Okay, so in that case, then it was the body. I'd say within the past 3 hours, the body's probably still pretty warm. I turn to Draco,
My lady.
and ask him for an equipment check of everyone in the caravan.
that's gonna be a lot of people that you're gonna need to check.
Short swords
How-
are very common, Matt. Unfortunately, narrowing it down
How
is
about you
pretty
just
impossible.
How about we just start with the ones who are, well, camping with the person?
That man on the. You say that next to the Juliana?
Mm. Do you
Maddie?
say that next to me?
I say that in character, yes.
The man at his knee says, "You think one of us killed him? Huh?
Gotta start
Anything
somewhere.
possible.
If you have a better idea of who could have done it, let us know.
Oh, yeah, my schedule finally came out.
Like, if you have any
Hey.
suspicion of who could have done it, let us know, because I definitely don't want to have murder in the caravan while we continue our journey.
He says, "Here,
I don't think I had
check
a
mine."
spell that would help right
He
now.
pulls from his scabbard. You see, he draws a long sword and he just throws it at your feet. Is there blood on my sword?
No.
Huh?
Actually, that's an idea.
Hidden killer?
Looks good to me.
Well, clearly, young man, you're holding a longsword. I did not necessarily see that it was the wound of a longsword. So, no, one can infer you were not.
Yo, I got such a skull.
Hey,
sword.
Theora,
You have to
Yes.
realize that
Would-
Silimir's not blaming you.
would
Oh,
would
sorry.
wolves live in this area?
Would wolves?
Yeah,
In this area of Waterdeep?
we're not in Waterdeep. We're in the wilderness.
You're in the wilderness. You're 2 days away from Waterdeep.
Yeah, it's 2 days.
Dwarf about to summon up a pack of wolves. God damn it.
Wolves.
Yeah.
There's also some owlbears in the area.
Okay, can I? I would like to conjure animals
Why?
and summon a bunch of wolves. I have a
Oh
plan.
my.
I have a plan. Don't
Okay,
know this. This
considering
actually
okay,
is a
I'm gonna rage immediately just so I take half
no.
damage.
They're not going to attack anything. That's not the point. For fuck's sake.
It's going to go horribly.
Wolves have a trait called keen smell. Can I try and use that so that they can like, you know how bloodhounds do it, where they sniff the body and then they try and find similar scents? Can I try and do that, but with like a pack of wolves?
So without telling anybody, you summon a pack of wolves.
And they just start sniffing the body. Yeah. There's 8 of them.
Too over. Is this your handiwork?
Yeah, they're gonna try and find the sword.
Could
because they
you
can smell
ask
the,
before you do such things?
but they can smell the blood.
But just ask. This man is grieving. Aren't you
Yeah, and
being
I'm
a little
helping.
insensitive?
I'm helping
You
with
need
wolves.
a whole pack of. Do you need a whole pack of wolves just to track down a man?
No, but the
Couldn't you
more there
summon
are, the
one?
better they'll do. Also, I have to summon 8 of them. I can't summon less. Unless you want me to summon dire wolves.
God damn it.
I mean, dire wolves are pretty cool.
I will
I
agree there.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah.
as one wolf begins to come out, and then another wolf, one begins to howl, causing the rest to howl.
Yeah, it's wolves.
Yep.
Cool.
It's
I'm gonna
wolves.
order. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna order them
I'm gonna-
to. I'm gonna order them to
Find.
try and like sniff the body and find the smell of that blood on someone else.
I'm gonna turn to the rest of the caravan and say, "These are magical wolves. Do not be afraid. They only listen to orders."
So as the wolf gets close and starts sniffing the body, the man grieving, seriously emotionally distraught, is going to kick it away from his friend's body.
I'm gonna order the wolf not to retaliate. Also, he missed. I think. I imagine that's probably a miss.
Are these base wolves?
Yep, they have 13 AC.
Okay, yeah, he misses. Wait, hang on. Yeah, he misses.
Relax,
He only had a +2.
relax, sir. Did you not just listen to what I said?
He said, "Do you see this? They accused me of my friend's death, and now they summon wolves to eat the evidence."
I'm going
The
back
wolves
to
are
the
not
car
gonna
if
eat
anybody
the
I
needs
will
me.
body. I've ordered
smack
them
the
to.
shit out of you if you keep it up. I understand that you are grieving, but that is no reason to turn into an irrational moron.
Anyway,
As the wolves begin to
Let me
sniff,
do my effing job.
go ahead and roll me a perception for the wolf.
okay, they have advantage if it's based on smell. And it's their perception, so it's +3 instead of my amazing +7. 18. That's not even with advantage. Fuck. Let's see if I get higher.
Almost.
No. Almost, but no.
Okay,
So
they
that's an
begin to sniff,
18.
and with that, they begin running.
Ooh.
As they begin follow, like sniffing around, running back and forth, sniffing all the carts. They end up going after about like 15 minutes. They end up going around the caravan like twice.
Oh. And they don't find anything?
They're not able to sniff something out.
Huh.
Interesting.
That is very weird.
Uh,
Well, we have
magical
8
wolves
wolves
give
now.
us-
I think in this case, Silumir might start to have a bit of a brain blast.
Very tired.
Me having a
Told ya,
brain blast?
very.
I mean, with what he saw, maybe.
What do you mean with what I saw?
Not with what you saw, with what Silumir saw.
I see, it's up.
Huh? I don't follow.
Something that should be there isn't there.
Yeah, we're not there yet.
Something that Silumir saw that he didn't see.
What?
Deku, you lost
Can
me on that
somebody
one.
shoot me? Can someone shoot me in the face, please? I'm very
Jesus.
confused.
Jesus Christ. The cart! The cart that things disappear into!
Oh.
Are you all dumb?
Yes,
I
to
I
be
don't.
am
fair,
very dumb. I've said it many times.
Goodness me!
The cart's there.
Mm-hmm.
And I
Can I?
still don't know that
I
things can
will
disappear
order.
into the cart.
Does I mean, Duova has no reason to suspect the cart because she doesn't know
That's
things
what
disappear
I'm
in it.
saying, Sylvia, Duova!
Yeah, I know.
Duova!
no.
That doesn't.
Again,
that-
let me repeat. Are all of you being silly right now?
No, I'm being stupid
no.
because I am stupid.
Sidomir just doesn't have any interest in this at all because I gotta go. We're on a timer.
I gotta go. I'm tired of this shit. I just want to get to my damn lady. God damn it! Fucking sick of these murder mysteries.
Draco just
Oh my
Draco just wants to
God.
I just
bang,
want to
okay?
get paid and move on with my life. I'm done with all of you caravan people. Fuck y'all. I'm never doing a job like this again. I've been fucking gored by deer, set on fire, bitten by fucking giant spiders. Fuck this shit.
The moment that Duova summoned these wolves, I was just like, if anybody needs me, I'm at my cart, and went back to the cart and just
Yeah.
no.
So
Yeah.
as you walk towards the cart, you see a Gemna. She's walking by you, and she just gives you a wink.
Well, since the wolves
Alright.
can't find anything, I'm just gonna have them around me and I'm just gonna pet them because they're good boys.
Well, guess Gemna's about to pull something out of her head, so I'm gonna turn around and keep an eye on what she's about to do.
You see, she just walks up and goes, "Oh wow, this is that's an unfortunate event right there."
Indeed, it is.
That would be
I
true.
like how Duova just looks over and goes, "Indeed, it is." Well, she's surrounded by 8 dogs and 8 wolves, and she's currently petting one.
Gemna's paid very close attention to you, Duovo. She's not surprised anymore.
Yeah,
Actually, Draco would probably pet the wolves too.
yeah, they're
Just
good
saying.
boys.
Just because of his background, his wanderer background.
Yeah.
You do see one wolf. It begins to sniff towards Gemna, and
Oh.
as it does, you see she reaches behind her and she pulls out a small little parcel, and as she unties and unfolds it, it looks like a fresh meat.
Oh, okay. Part of me wants to do like detect poison and disease, but these are technically just fey spirits, they're not actual wolves, so like maybe. I can't see why Gemna would poison the wolves, so I guess I'm fine with the wolf eating it.
It's not about
Well, I
poisoning
mean-
them.
It's up to the wolf. Like, besides the fact that they're friendly, I'm not really controlling the wolves as much anymore.
Yeah, you see some of the other wolves all sort of begin sniffing around Gemna, and she seems to just pull out a larger piece of meat and just sort of toss it for them to fight over.
Oh, okay.
Oh,
I guess.
who's a bunch of good wolves?
The
Yeah,
good
you
wolves.
snack on the meat.
Yeah.
I'm gonna be
So,
perfectly
Velga,
honest here, Chad. I
we-
have no idea where
do
Silva's
do we
trying to
know
go
who
with
did
this
it,
shit.
or are we just staring at it?
I had the wolves sniff
Who?
the body, but
Who's
they couldn't
Valgar?
find any.
Or Draco?
I do not know. It was a short sword that did it. There are many short swords in this camp.
Oh yeah, there are. Like,
The wolves cannot
she's
find
like,
a
I got
scent.
2 short swords and a hammer. Silamir's got a short sword. Like 80% of the guards have short swords.
I mean, fuck. I have a fucking short sword too. I just can't wield it.
Why,
What?
I have a cursed short sword.
Oh.
why would you kill your sword?
Remember the dragon
Oh,
thing?
whatever.
The dragon short sword?
Gem's like, you still have that?
Well, yeah, I have to get it destroyed by my god.
Ah.
I made an oath.
I have a spear.
Or I can sell it. Do you want to buy it?
I just see Draco painting
How
a
much are you
target on
selling it
himself
for?
right there.
I have
50 gold?
Yeah.
50 gold for a cursed blade that no one can use.
I,
I'll
you
give
asked me to name a figure, and I named a figure.
That's very cheap.
It is magical, so
Oh,
there could
okay.
be
Anyway,
hidden things in there.
25.
Are we going to be wrapping up soon? Because I'm not meant to be on
28.
voicey chat stuff for much longer. Or technically, it should have been
Sold.
a while
Yeah.
ago, but whatever.
She buys the cursed dagger for me. The cursed short sword. She's like, now I have 3 short swords. See?
Why did she buy a cash sword?
Because she knows
I
that
don't
it's worth way more than that.
Because she's from Hammerfell.
Because 1, she's with the Zentarum. 2, she's investigating the cult of the dragon, and this weapon is related to them. And 3, he settled for 28 gold.
Oh,
I don't.
nothing. I'm pretty sure just a short sword is worth more than that.
I mean, at that
I
price, I
mean,
would have
to
bought
be-
it instead.
To be completely fair, Draco at this point does not give a shit about this fucking short sword. He promised to just get it destroyed, but at the same time, who gives a shit? Is his fucking reasoning behind it? He's just, how do I get rid of stuff in my inventory?
You drop
just-
it.
To get rid of stuff on your inventory, you click the little lock symbol, and then you have a trash
Yeah,
can
and
icon
then-
next to the items.
It's just so you don't accidentally get rid of them.
And, well, she
Anyway,
turns around.
are we
and she
wrapping
starts,
up?
Can I finish?
Sorry.
Thank you.
Okay.
She turns around and she says, "Well, I'll be in my cart. We'll be waiting for you." And as she walks back to Silmir, she looks at you and she just in a thieves' camp motion, she just sort of
Oh, I was
signs
about.
to you.
Yeah, I was
She
about.
signs
To,
to
I
you.
was about to ask her as well. Was the pay good?
She says, "Pay? We'll find out later. But I got what I needed."
All right.
And she
I have 58 gold. Yay!
And I make
She
my way
jumps
back
into
to
her
the
cart.
cart. Leave them to figure that
Alright,
out.
Everyone
Are we
else
actually
begins to
gonna
break
wrap up
up
now?
a little bit. Velgard, no, not
Because
Velgard.
I do
Draco,
need to go.
You can go. Like
Okay, well, goodbye then.
I'm trying to do the end, but keep interrupting me. It's going to be longer. Draco,
Yes.
you see a lot of them are breaking up. You hear a lot of the merchants all sort of, chime in that there's no scent. Everyone's got a short sword, and there's no witnesses. They think it's best if they keep moving.
Yeah, that's exactly what Draco pretty much said. So he's like, let's wrap the body up and take it with us since we are so close to Waterdeep. Here, I will assist.
Just hitch it on the back of a cart and just drag it.
No, like, they obviously have a cart with them. Can you not transport the body, or do you want to bury it here?
No, we'll take care of it. We'll strap them up. Give us 10 minutes.
Yes, I'm sorry. For what it's worth, I am sorry.
They strap up the body onto the top of their cart as you guys begin to leave. 2 more days go by, nothing seems to happen, and on the second to last day, you guys see the gates of Waterdeep as they begin to open as the caravan makes its way through the entrance.
Home!
And there's where we'll end today.
Hell yeah.
Awesome.
Oh, I finally made it back home.
Finally in Waterdeep. Okay. One important question before we wrap up. Are the cultist cards still with us?
Yes.
Okay, good. That's all I need to know. We can wrap up.
The cultist cards still with us. They sure are. They sure are.
because
Alright.
the because originally the mention was that they would split up from the caravan along the way to head to Castle Nerita. But if you say that they're traveling with us all the way to Waterdeep, then that's fine by me, I guess.
Well, you know what? We'll do something a little cool here, Silamir. Go ahead and roll me a history check.
History. Out of all of the people, you ask me to roll history. Oh boy. Oh, have a natural one.
Okay, no, you've got no idea where Naritar is.
Yep.
Okay,
Unfortunately, I already shut down my laptop, so
you're good.
I can't make a history check. Not that it matters. Well, I know everything about it somehow, even though I have a -2. That would have been fucking hilarious.
Draco would actually probably know that answer.
Shit.
Yeah, I mean, considering
I
that
already
he's
shut down. I already.
considering that he's from Waterdeep, I would assume so.
Oh yeah, let's just say it's related to Waterdeep, just
Yeah.
a bit, just a tiny bit. Okay. All right.
Would that be
Nice.
something I would have to roll for?
Depends like how much knowledge you would know about it. Like you know of it though.
Okay. And we could just do it. We could just do something next week if we remember, but I doubt we will.
I will.
Uh,
This is where the fun begins.
yes, I finally get to reveal more Velgar. God damn it! I just almost did it too. I get to.
See?
I get.
See?
I
See?
get, I get to reveal more Draco backstory. The big part that I've been holding on to. In fact, I need to. I'll write something up for you, Ciora, and send it in a DM. It has to do with the graveyard, and you know what I'm talking about.
No worries. All right. But that's gonna be it for
It's-
today. Let me go
Yeah,
ahead.
it's just
and,
cosmetics.
Alrighty then. Well, that's all from me for today then, or from us. So thank you all so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed it. Yeah, this ending was. I'm gonna be honest. I don't know if this was necessary. This kind of removed all of the momentum that we had out of with the freaking stupid murder mystery thing that he tried to throw in there, which Gemna obviously did, as was pretty quickly revealed there. So yeah. Oh well, can't always have the best pacing. We suck at that stuff anyways. So thank you all so much for watching. Yeah, if you'd like to see the entire episode, because well, we definitely had some connection issues here, make sure to check out my YouTube, where I'm gonna upload this episode in full. If you'd like to hang out outside of the stream, make sure to join the Discord. And yeah, that's gonna be all for today, I guess. Oh, right. Tomorrow, Snoogies is gonna be streaming for her first time, so definitely make sure to check out Snoogies' Twitch as well. At Snoogies. Let me double check what was her current Twitch URL, because she changed it at some point. Is it this? Yes, it is. Okay. It's Snoogies Bear. There we go. Make sure to check out her Discord. No, not her Discord. Her Twitch, because she's gonna be streaming there tomorrow. So make sure to show her some love. Aside from that, yeah, we're gonna look who we can rate. I definitely like to thank you all so much for watching. And yeah, you know the usual stuff. You know, leave a like if you liked, and let me know down in the comments below what you think about this. Don't really have anybody to rate here. Yeah, they're sitting at 50 viewers. They don't really need it. I mean, we could send. Yeah, let's send a raid over to Rain. Yeah, let's send one over to Rain. Do. Let's see here. There we go. Boop. Send one right over to Rain. That's the wrong command. That is not how you raid somebody. I'm tired. I am definitely tired. There we go. That's how you raid somebody. They're currently playing some Eternal Return Black Survival. I have no idea what that is. So yeah, let's go ahead, check it out. Let's say hi over there to our little goopy friend, and that's gonna be all from me for today. So thank you all so much for watching. Take care, everybody. Stay safe out there, and I shall see you all next time. Bye. Well, that was a terribly laggy transition.